Welcome to True Heel Heat, the place where we use insider terms because we think we know what the fuck we're talking about, even though we don't. My name's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you, and you know it.
It is Saturday. You know what that means. The second to last True Heel Heat of 2021. We are here to discuss all the week that was a very busy news week with major shows from NXT, AAA, NWA. You had a week's worth of the regular TV shows from AEW and WWE, Impact Wrestling, and others, as well as Jeff Hardy gets released. Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly are officially free agents. Will they re-sign? Will they not? Are they all elite? We will find out. We will discuss all of that, plus much, much more, right here on True Heel Heat 155. Producer, hit the intro. Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. Welcome to True Heel Heat 155. From war to battle to Hawk. They sent him, ladies and gentlemen. He has been sent. And it is time to discuss all of the week that was, a week's worth of wrestling news, including WWE, all the events leading up to the shocking WWE release of Jeff Hardy. We're also going to be discussing Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly finishing up with WWE this week following NXT War Games. We're also going to be discussing the week that was with a recap of NXT War Games, AEW Rampage last night and SmackDown, AEW Dynamite, WWE Raw, WWE NXT 2.0, NWA Hard Times 2, AAA Triple Mania Reja, and Impact on Access TV, preview and predictions for ROH Final Battle 2021. End of an era. The end of Ring of Honor is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here to discuss this with the second to last Christmas sweater themed. Hopefully our third member of the team has a Christmas sweater because they're going to feel left out. Christmas sweater team, as I am here with the beautiful, the lovely Miss Krssi Luv.
What's up? That was a mouthful you just said, SP.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even know how you don't drink regularly when you have to say all of these things, man. Like, wow. Anywho, good morning. Happy Saturday. I hope everyone is well. Happy holidays. We are in the holiday spirit. I hope everyone else is. This is 155. Wow. I can't believe it's 155. Oh my goodness. Let's get in. Yo, hook it up.
This 2021, where we've had True Heel Heat 100. We've had did we have it this year? I think it was the end of last year, actually. For True Heel Heat 100. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. It's very early. Good morning to everyone. Happy holidays, everyone. But yes, we've had a whole bunch of great stuff happen throughout 2021. We've had big guests like Dutch Mantel, Kenny Bolin, who we were on his YouTube channel just this week on Thursday. Want to thank Kenny Bolin for welcoming us to the bowling alley. Yes, we've had Chris Van Vliet on this year. We've had all the guys from Fightful, from Steven Jensen last week on True Heel Heat 154. Got to shout him out. To Joe Holbert and Jeremy Lambert of the Fightful Distraction podcast. Alex McCarthy, of course, AMAC, my Irish brother, Stephanie Chase, Benno. Oh my God!
Yes.
What a year! What a year of fantastic guests. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Krssi. See, we're just reminiscing on this because next week, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm pre-warning y'all. Next week is True Heel Heat 156, the 5th annual True Hill Heat year-end awards. And if last year is anything to go by, it will get off the rails with the reactions to the the results of the polls that we will start putting up on the True Hills Facebook group page, as well as our social media pages on Twitter, as well as Instagram. And we will be, we've already started putting up polls on our True Hill Heat Patreon account. So go over to patreon.com/True Hill Heat, where you become the first voice for the 5th annual year-end awards. We've already put out polls for the best women's wrestler, best tag team, best wrestling moment of 2021. So there is a lot to discuss. We're going to get into it next week. So you're going to see me decked out in the suit, looking as only I can look, styling and profiling. Krssi Luv's going to be looking all fabulous and galish. It's going to be a great show, but it will get off the rails. And we will probably touch on news if there's like major news from the week, but it's going to be more for the awards. Are you ready for next week?
I am ready for next week. I cannot wait.
I am looking.
I don't know what I'm wearing yet, but I'm sure it'll be something nicely to match your tuxedo. So
I love it. I love it. I love it. And this edition of True Hill Heat, of course, is brought to you by our friends over at Warrior Wrestling. They got a huge event, Warrior Wrestling 17, next week, next Friday, December 17th. They're going to go live on Fight TV. Big main event of Will Ospreay versus Warrior Wrestling champion Trey Miguel versus Blake Christian, former WWE superstar. So WWE, Impact, and New Japan being represented in that main event. So looking forward to that. And of course, our friends over at Power 4 TV, where you can get 1 month off Power 4 TV, the biggest streaming website for independent wrestling in the UK. 1 month off by using the promo code HEAT. Oh, it's this way. HEAT.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's over that way.
There you go. And of course, we start off this by saying thank you, everyone, for joining us live for this week, True Hill Heat 155. Remember to drop a thumbs up on this video. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe if you are new. We are closing in. We're at 3 weeks away from the end of the year. We're trying to close in on 2K subscribers. We're about 130 subscribers away. So help us make that one last final push. And tonight, you got the Final Battle watch along hosted by Ness and Chris G and of course Romeo. I think not Chris G, because we got to send a congratulations to Chris G.
I'm about to say the same thing. You have to congratulate him.
Yes, congratulations to Chris G as he popped the question to his missus. Congratulations to Mrs. G for saying yes to our boy, the marijuana enthusiast of True Hill Heat. We're very, very, very happy for Chris G. He's a great guy.
Yes.
You got a great guy there, Miss G, and I know he has a great woman. So congratulations to you both.
Congratulations. Blessings to you guys. So excited.
Absolutely. And of course, sound off in the live chat. We want to hear that love for Chris G popping the question and getting that yes, because it's one thing to pop the question. It's another thing to get the yes.
Right. That's the part. Like, you don't want to be turned down.
Of course. And we want to hear your thoughts. Of course, I already see it in the live chat. Dion Chua's here. Hook has been sent. CM is here early to see SP3 mark out for Hook again. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Nick Jackson says Hook was sent, baby. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Nick Jackson. Slamming Sammy Joe says Hook crew is true. Yes, I love it. I love it. That's the shirt. That's the shirt. We found the shirt, Sammy Joe. You're already a Patreon backer because I got your name here. But thank you. We got the shirt, ladies and gentlemen. The Hook crew is true.
That is a good one, actually. That is a really good one.
I love it. I love it. But yes, we want to hear all your thoughts on Hook's debut, on the week that was from professional wrestling, in the live chat. And of course, super chat donations are always appreciated, and it will always make sure that we shout you out and highlight your comment, like our good old boy, Valabea. I'm trying a different pronunciation. I'm gonna try different ones, but Valabi, he likes the way I mispronounce his name.
Right.
How's it going? How's it going? Hashtag Hook Gang. Hashtag Hook Nation, hashtag the Hook fan base is thriving. An extra something for that ROH fund. Since I missed last week, we appreciated 200 rubies. That's like $4 instead of the $2 with the 100 rubies we usually get. So I appreciate that, good brother V. And yes, Hook Gang, hashtag Hook Gang, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag Hookers stand up. We will be getting into Rampage in a bit, but there was a lot of big news from the week that we got to get into first. But
yes.
Before all of that, Krssi Luv, we got to shout out all the people watching, all the people supporting the True Hill Heat YouTube channel and on social media. Our True Hill roll call, our top 3 conversation starters. Coming in at number 3 is one of our good brothers from Ricans of Wrestling and Sportskeeda Wrestling, Jose Gonzalez.
Nice. I love that name. Ricans of Wrestling. That is such a clever, amazing name.
Absolutely. Number 2, Jermaine Pac-Man. And number 1, of course, the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. Our True Hill Heat Patreons that we got to shout out this week. We're going to give you a couple of claps. We're going to start something new this week on the second to last of 2021. We're going to give 2 claps for all the Patreon backers. Alan Weinstein, Professor Chris Ely from NWA Podcast, Robert Haynes, Austin K, Sammy Joe, Hard Work Bearcat Blue, Steve Salvage, Antoine Rutledge. Thank you all for our Patreon backers. We love you all, and we love everyone who's joining us in the live chat already. Krssi Luv, we got a bunch of people. Frantic World saying, "What's up?" SP3, Krssi Luv, and chat. Negro Buzz saying, "Yo, is Krissi's tree spinning, or am I just high?" You are high, but
yes, my tree is spinning, guys. Yes. And if you notice I hope people can probably see, I have action figures, wrestling figures in my tree. If you see it spinning, shout it out.
Yes.
If you could spot it.
She showed the John Cena figure on her tree to Kenny.
Our producer's seen it already. He was like, "Whoa, great background." He's like, "Is that John Cena?" Yes, it is John Cena. Thank you, Kmart, for all your, fantastic figures of Christmas things. And my husband lets me put them up there. So
they come in clutch. Ladies and gentlemen.
As you can see, he's saluting you right there.
We got Bill's Mafia STF saying, "What's up, guys? Anyone else have Hook hangover?" Oh man, you don't know. You don't know. I have watched that debut 5 times already. I beat you.
Really?
I've done it 8 times. I've watched it 8 times. Yes. The Hook Gang. The Hook Gang is all here. Slam and Sammy Joe is Hook on the poll for the best debut of 2021. Thank God I didn't put that out for the Patreon backers, Krssi Luv. I gotta rookie of the year. Like, the ballots have to be changed. It's oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this on this show. Nick Jackson saying congrats to my boy Chris G. Vala B saying congrats Chris G. We got Bill's Mafia STF saying congrats. We also got Slam and Sammy Joe saying whoop whoop. We got Marcus 8915 saying congrats Chris G. So much love for Chris G in the chat. Guys. We also got R. Williams rejoining us. Thank you for joining us again. We've missed you as well.
Happy birthday.
You guys. Yes, I miss you all. I haven't seen y'all together in a minute, and today is my birthday. Happy birthday! We giving you True Hill Heat 155 for your birthday.
She shares it with my grandma. Today is her birthday as well.
And today is my sister's birthday. Look at that.
Look at that. They're great people. They're a little fiery, these Sagittarius.
They are.
They're great people.
They are. Happy birthday to R. Williams. Happy birthday to Krssi Luv's grandma. Happy birthday to my sister.
Yes.
Yes. Much love all across for this birthday. And he's celebrating 260 pounds lost in 1 year.
Oh, beautiful. Good job. Any type of weight loss is amazing. Whether it's 1 to 100. I mean, you getting yourself better is what's important, and you sticking with it. Shout out to you.
I love it. And Krssi Luv, before we get into things, because we got a lot of news to unpack, a lot of shows to talk about. We got to preview the big show tonight, Final Battle 2021. who was your favorite guest host of 2021?
Oh, okay. I love Alex McCarthy.
Aw,
Alex
A-Mac.
is my boo. I love him. I mean, we had so many. Kenny was great. Stephanie, Benno. We can go on. Oh, Uncle
Uncle Dutch.
Uncle Dutch was amazing. He had us on here. We couldn't even really do our show. Um, we had a lot of great shows, but I have to give my love to
Yeah, Alex.
Alex, yeah.
Much love to Alex. He was on our anniversary show this year,
Right.
our 4-year anniversary. Next year, 5th year anniversary, 5th annual True Hill Heat year end awards next week, right here on True Hill Heat 156. But let's talk about True Hill Heat 155. Why don't we? We got to highlight a bunch of the birthday shout outs. Happy birthdays all around. Much love to the Sages of the world and the Negro Buck. My birthday is next week. The day of winter is coming. So
Nice. Is that the
coming up to him.
15th?
Yes, that's the 15th.
That's my mother-in-law's birthday.
Look at that. Look at that. Small worlds all around.
Mm-hmm.
But
I hate December. My mother's Monday. Ugh, we don't like December. Too much money.
What we don't like as well, Miss Krssi Luv, is what we got to talk about in our top news story, which has to do with another WWE release. But this time it's for much different reasoning than everything else. Jeff Hardy, of all people, was released from WWE this week in a shocking series of events. WWE announced on Thursday that they have released Jeff Hardy from contract. Fightful reported that WWE has released Jeff Hardy from his contract after sending him home from live touring over the weekend. According to the report, WWE offered to get Hardy rehab, but he did not accept the offer. This in turn led to the WWE releasing him from his contract. Hardy was sent home by WWE and wasn't part of their live event last Sunday in Corpus Christi, Texas. The PWI reported that Hardy was out at Sunday's live event in Corpus Christi, and the word backstage was that he had been sent home. The night before, he teamed with Drew McIntyre and Xavier Woods. After tagging to McIntyre, he left the match through the crowd. He was said to be sluggish as the match continued, and Rey Mysterio took his spot on the subsequent event on Sunday. That Sunday, Matt Hardy previously said that his brother is at home and okay. Hardy had been, set for a match with Happy Corbin last night on SmackDown, but obviously that didn't happen. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that Hardy was given the standard 90-day non-compete clause in his contract that all main roster releases get. He will be a free agent after March 9th, 2022, and will be paid until then, though.
Give me my money. Keep the checks rolling. Go ahead. I'm sorry, friend.
It was also noted that when Hardy was offered rehab by the company prior to his release, he was fully aware WWE would have to take action if he refused. The decision was then made to let him go from the company instead of suspending him. Miss Krssi Luv, what was your initial reaction to the report of what happened on the house shows over last weekend and then the subsequent release of Jeff Hardy?
Well, when you saw the footage, which it wasn't really easy to see. We seen him laying down, and then you see him stand up, and then he just moves away. So you couldn't really tell exactly from the footage that they sent what really happened. Just that something was wrong and it was off. I thought he was like injured or hurt, like he hurt himself. But when you found out that he was released, I'm like, okay, well, maybe we're gonna have another string of releases coming. But then that was not what happened. I was like, okay, here we go again. Let's brace ourselves. We're going to have another string of people being released. And that wasn't the case. I send prayers and positive vibes and things to Jeff Hardy because he needs it. Addiction is a very powerful thing. And even them talking about it and putting it in the storyline. I don't know if that was his idea or maybe it was help him cope with it. But I just send healing and prayers to him and his family. I hope he gets well and gets the help that he needs. I think he still has a little bit more time left in him. I'm sure he's going to go over with his brother. But I hope that he gets the help that he needs. I hope he doesn't have a lot of yes people around him and have people to help him and get him where he needs to go. Give him love and support and try to get him where he needs to be so he can be better and like live out his last few years prime and do things that he, you know, I wish he could have done some of the things that he said he wanted to do. And, you know, SP will talk about like, you know, his interview with him or whatever. But, you know, I hope and pray that he can get and feel love and get help that he needs. That's a great, awesome picture. And I just feel really sorry for him. And I guess we cannot blame the WWE. We cannot be mad at them. Oh wow, that's a great one too. Look at that. Look at Romeo and all that hair. Um, but you know, it's I pray and I hope that he gets the love and the help that he needs. Addiction is really serious and we don't want to bash him. I know it's hard. It is really hard. I know I have family members that has had different addictions to drugs and things like that. So it's not that he has a drug problem, sorry. But you know, I'm just speaking from a person, a family member that can relate to trying to help their family. You understand what I'm saying? So I just hope that he can get the love and the blessing and the healing that he needs to go on because it's really, really hard. And I'm sure he's being around other people and seeing them is hard, you know. I'm just happy that he's got a lot of positive people behind him sending love to him because that's what you need right now. I'm happy he gets to still get paid. Hopefully he can get some. Hopefully that can help him get to where he needs to get his help from or things like that. Being around his children and families, the holidays. Maybe he needs a break, a reset. And you know, I just send healing and blessings to him and hope that positivity can help him get where he needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on Jeff Hardy in WWE have changed a lot over the past year with seeing, you know, and over the last 18 months or 2 years as well with what they, like you said, what you touched on, WWE using Jeff Hardy's illness. It's really an illness,
right,
his addiction, as a storyline, regardless of where they thought he was at in his life, you know, as far as that issue goes. It's never the right time to use that in that way. And I think it's pretty much disgusting whenever anybody uses a real life addiction and issue like that in storyline for something that's supposed to be entertainment. That's a little bit too real to make a storyline and something that it's supposed to, you know, be fun for the people watching. It's supposed to be an escape. It's not supposed to be reminding them of what they're really dealing with in real life. And it should be that for the performers as well. And it just wasn't that for Jeff Hardy. So seeing how that went down, seeing how his Intercontinental title reign went down, seeing how he was treated earlier this year, I really felt Jeff Hardy just needed to leave, go to AEW, reunite with his brother, and he'll be just fine. Over the last few months, and then being able to interview Jeff Hardy, my viewpoint really changed because even the months before I interviewed him, I started hearing like from Extreme Rules when he was in that triple threat with Sheamus and Damian Priest, the cheers building up. Like when you go to these events, multiple people have told me that one of the biggest pops of the night is for Jeff Hardy because he is a legend. He's a legend. In this business, one of the greatest tag team performers of all time, one of the greatest high flyers of all time, and just unique, charismatic enigmas. Like if you think about enigmas in professional wrestling, you got to think about Jeff Hardy, and you know, seeing how the crowd was getting behind him, seeing him go to SmackDown with a depleted main event babyface side, it seemed like a good place for him to go with. And then having an opportunity to interview him and asking him what would be his 3 goals left in his illustrious career that he's had. And he said one would be to verse Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. So going to Survivor Series and hearing the pop that he got in the 5-on-5 elimination match, and then hearing the reaction that the fans gave him when they thought he won the Black Friday Battle Royale later that week, until Sami Zayn eliminated him. It was like, maybe they're doing something. It was a great pop. Maybe they're listening as well. They hear this and they're gonna do something with him, and he can get that matchup with Roman Reigns that he wanted. He also said that he wanted to bring the Willow character to WWE, and then he also said he wanted to reunite with Matt, either here or elsewhere. So what that said to me is that right now is the great time for him to get his main event program in between months to WrestleMania, and then after his contract is done, he can go to AEW. But this is one release, one of the few that I 100% am on WWE's side here for. This is something that he's been dealing with for years. You saw the signs, you offered him the help that he needed, you did everything that you could have done. Jeff Hardy just knows himself and knows how he's been dealing with this issue for years. It may be the wrong or the right way. We are not ones to judge that, but he just felt the right decision for him is to not go to rehab. So he kind of forced WWE's hand, and they chose to release him because if he's already somebody that literally my job at that interview was to try to not mention other companies or refer to other companies. Jeff Hardy, without prompting, said he was going to reunite with his brother elsewhere. This is a guy that clearly was like, at least if he didn't have one foot out the door, he was opening the door. He was playing with the knob. And if he's already dealing with these issues, he doesn't want to take the help that you're offering him. Your best decision is to just let him go. But I surely hope there's a lot of fans that went on social media and immediately went to just asking, oh, where's Jeff Hardy going to go? Go to AEW. Oh, Jeff Hardy's going to be all elite. This is not the time.
No,
he has to deal.
Yep.
Yeah, he has to get the help that he needs. He needs help, and he needs to address this issue because he's in his 40s. He's got kids. He's got a family, and we don't want a sad ending to this Jeff Hardy story that has been a roller coaster, to say the least.
We don't want to wake up and hear bad news, because again, then they'll try to blame WWE, and they're like, no, we've offered, we've tried, and he turned us down. Like you forced our hand. Like we don't want that liability. We want you to be better. We want you to be good. And if you don't want to be good for yourself, what do you want us as a company to do for you? We're giving you the help. We're trying to pay for that help, and you don't want to get the help. So like I said, addiction is a serious thing. He thinks that he can do it by himself. I pray that he can find that healing and help in himself and in his family. But like you said, they really didn't have any choice, to be honest. So we couldn't be mad at that. Like we can always be mad at Vince, like, sure. But at this point right now, for him, we can't be mad.
Yes, we have a third member of the panel this week. Going to jump in, and we're going to put him on the spot talking about this Jeff Hardy news.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Did you bring your Christmas sweater?
I have that exact same sweater. Does yours light up?
Twins. Yeah, it does. Well, I have to change the battery, but yes, it does light up. Yes.
Yeah, mine lights up too. I get a little worried it might set me on fire one day, but yeah.
I figured my lights would be from my tree, so I didn't turn my shirt on because you can't see the whole thing anyway. But
No, I'm not cold enough for a Christmas sweater right now, guys. Sorry.
It's not supposed to be cold, but okay.
That's fair. Welcome to the show. Welcome to True Hill Heat.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are happy to have you. You returned last night on Friday Night Warriors. How are you feeling, sir?
I am all right. I'm good enough.
He's like, I passed the physical. I'm able to be here. I've been cleared to podcast, so I am here. But yeah, Romeo, what was your initial reaction to the Jeff Hardy release, and your initial reaction to the events leading up to the release as well?
Absolutely shocked. Did not see that coming, mostly because I saw that Broken Skull session interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jeff Hardy openly says that he knows this is his last chance in WWE, probably in life. When it comes to stuff like that, he talked about his goals. He wants one more run with the Universal title. He wants a match with Roman Reigns. He figured he was well on his way to both of those goals, and this comes out of nowhere. I just hope that he'll be okay. Yeah. I hope him turning down the rehab is, him knowing he's been through that, knowing that he knows how to get out of this. I hope it's that, and all the talk about to AEW is it's premature. That's the least of everyone's concerns right now is him going to AEW and reuniting with Matt. I thought even Matt Hardy shouldn't have acknowledged that on Twitter himself. Really,
yeah.
That was a little cringe.
Same.
Yeah, that was a little too soon. Like, I mean, I think that a lot of fans just don't know how to address these type of things, so they say things that, yeah, very much are just inappropriate for the timing of everything. But I think everyone should try to have a positive outlook that we're hopeful Jeff Hardy will get out of this situation, will be able to get the help that he truly needs, whether it's in rehab, whether it's from his family, whether it's from his loved ones. I just hope that, like I said before, we don't get a sad ending to this story, because Jeff Hardy is so important to the history of professional wrestling, so important to, all of our fandoms. So I think that no one wants to see Jeff going through this.
What is your favorite Jeff Hardy moment off the top of your head?
Winning the WWE Championship, Armageddon 2008 over Edge and Triple H, because I was on that ride with him. I wanted him to get the big push. I remember him beating Triple H at Armageddon 2007 to become number one contender. Remember him versus Randy Orton for the championship, and the build up to that matchup with Randy Orton at Royal Rumble 2008 when it looked like he was the hottest guy in the company. They cooled him off. They built him back up in the Triple H feud, and then to see the payoff at the end of the year, him winning the title, I didn't think it would happen. So that's my favorite Jeff Hardy moment.
Good one. That'll also probably be mine, but
I don't want to say the Hardys, because that's more of a the Hardys return, because that Hardys return is
that Hardy return was
amazing. I'm gonna count it. That's my favorite, because I was there at that broken tailgate.
I was there
party
too. Yeah,
they had it earlier in the day where they left a little early, and you wondered why, and that's why. That was great.
That's why, yeah.
Great day, great moment, great
I'll say the same as well. Because again, the Hardy return is both. It's not just him by himself. They shared that moment for when they came back. So I can't give that moment for just Jeff. I think him being the champion, I think him getting that shine and I guess gave him that extra push, or put him to the next level, if that makes sense.
Yes. I totally agree with Krssi. Like, there's some things you could say is a Jeff Hardy moment. That's a Hardy's moment. So that's why I say I said I'm answering the question you gave me. You said, "What's the best Jeff Hardy moment?" Not
moment.
Hardy's.
Yes,
I'm counting it.
I know you're cheating. You're cheating with your own question. Do you think, guys, WWE was proven right in a way in their booking of Jeff Hardy for the past few years because they didn't trust him for bigger roles? Did the events leading up to his release and his subsequent release kind of prove WWE right in a way, Krssi?
No, I mean, that's really hard, SP. Their booking was kind of trash, but he had different moments that was good for him. And I think him working with the younger guys, helped elevating them and pushing them, made him, especially when they tweeted it out, you can hear like their gratitude and thankfulness and everything that he's done for them as they were in the ring, like Cross, Priest, all of them. I'm on the fence with that one. I mean, some of his booking was questionable, like the whole drinking with Corbin in a car accident, trash, very much trash. But I think afterwards, and his pops were still there. I think he's still Jeff Hardy, and I don't think that all of the booking was bad. No, I can't say really yes to that. It's like a half and half, to be honest.
What about you, Romeo?
I'll say yes, they were right. And Jeff, unfortunately, always has the worst timing when it comes to this crap. He always has the worst timing. Before when they wanted to get that world title run, and he went on his break. Also in TNA, he had a bad timing with the Sting match. That's one of his idols. And then now he was well on his way to a singles program with Roman. You saw the writing on the wall. I'm not sure if he would have won.
Don't say that.
No, you can't say that.
You can't say that with WWE. It wasn't. It was obvious to us that we were behind the idea. It was not obvious that WWE was going to do it.
It would have came eventually because SmackDown is very thin, has a very thin roster.
No, I don't think so. No,
you can't say that. I can't
disagree.
I can't say that you can't say that with this company. This company.
I highly disagree. It was awesome.
What do you think?
It was coming.
Huh?
What do you think, SP?
I mean, in a way, I understand. I always understood why WWE didn't want to, put any equity behind Jeff Hardy, because they've been burned in the past when they did believe in him. The highest moment, he left the company after the CM Punk feud, and then he was arrested a few weeks later. So it's just like they were proven right to go with Punk in that feud and go with him as the star to replace Jeff Hardy, and they were kind of proven right with everything that went down with the house show. I love Jeff Hardy, but this is the person that he is. Like, he has an issue, and until he truly addresses it in the best way that he can treat it and be able to handle it in this environment that is this business of professional wrestling, I think that he needs to take some time away. We got a few comments to highlight here. We got Will T saying, I'm worried about Jeff because he's refusing rehab like his friend Umaga did.
Wow.
I think like, I don't know, because I've never been through it personally, but I think like once you've already completed rehab, you're like, I could just do this on my own. Like going back to rehab, I don't know if that's Jeff's mindset.
Yeah, I understand that. Slammy Sammy Joe says, make sure to vote on Patreon for who was the best. And it hurts not to pick my faves, but I'm not going to be biased. I respect it. Romeo didn't do that because I'm pretty sure that one vote for Charlotte Flair is Romeo. Vala B says, addiction is a battle, but sobriety is a war for a recovering addict. I just hope people don't judge him for it.
Right.
Oh, wrestling fans judging? They won't do that.
Why would they ever do that? R. Williams says, I'm so furious how people are already talking about how he's going to be all elite instead of being more concerned about his health and him getting help. Switching brands is not going to help him at all. It's definitely
not. If Tony is smart, he will just let him be.
As someone that ladies and gentlemen, that has seen what goes down after shows with AEW stars, that ain't the type of environment Jeff Hardy needs to be around, ladies and gentlemen.
How do you think Tony Khan handles this?
I mean, he's handled the Jon Moxley situation so well. Well. So
John was open for rehab.
Yeah, exactly. It's two totally different situations where I can't even fault WWE. They offered him the help. He didn't take it. That's all you can do. You can either suspend him or you can fire him. If he's already thinking about opening that door to get the fuck out, then fire him. Marcus8915 says, I hope Jeff Hardy gets the help he needs. I will be fine if he needs to never wrestle again, as long as he is okay and healthy. That is a great comment right there.
Yep. Great, Marcus. Very, very
absolutely
well said.
R. Williams says, Mox and so many others are proof of that. He needs help. CM says, I'm sure the storylines degrading him for his struggles don't help.
No.
Not at all.
None whatsoever.
Your favorite name?
Apple juices then.
Your favorite name is Krssi Luv. Jose Gonzalez says, good morning,
Hi,
beautiful
Jose.
people.
Good morning.
We also got Nick Jackson saying, I agree with Sid. It was the right thing to do. We don't want another Victory Road incident. Yeah, that was 10 years ago, and it still seems like it was just yesterday. We got a bunch of love.
I'm sure everyone was like, oh, come on, Jeff. Like, Jesus, what happened?
Another good Jeff Hardy moment, the question that Romeo actually asks. Bill's Mafia STF says, take your ladder match.
Take your ladder match.
Yeah, the post match with that was 2002 with Undertaker picking him up and raising his hand. That was the moment that solidified Jeff was going to be a star. So I respect that. That's a good one. Vala B says, but my biggest Jeff Hardy moment was TLC 2. I'm guessing you're talking about the spear off the ladder, which can be defined as a Jeff Hardy moment, unlike what.
Yes, because it was him by himself. Yes, he ran off the ladders and spared. Was it Christian?
Yeah. No. Edge speared Jeff Hardy off the top of the, because he was hanging by the titles.
Sounds like an Edge moment to me.
Yes, I'm about to say that's an Edge moment.
Jeff Hardy took that. That's one of the sickest bumps ever. What are you talking about?
Great Edge moment.
No, get the hell out of here. John Aries saying, I'm hoping the reason he turned down WWE's offer of help was solely to avoid having additional time added onto his contract. I hope he gets the help he needs. I did not think of that, but that's a good point.
That's actually a good point. That he don't want to be tied down. Yeah, because they would, they're gonna like, well, you're off, but you're not really off because we're paying for you to get help. So you gotta, be extended past this time.
That's it for a bunch of people criticizing me for that question I gave you, Krssi and Romeo, saying it's also an unfair question.
It's not.
Which question?
My question of was WWE proven right? I mean,
I don't think it was unfair.
That's a fair question.
It's a fair question. It's a fair question. You're not going to get
a wrong answer, really.
You're not going to get these type of questions on every podcast, so I'm got to be the one to ask it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry if I have to be the heel in here. What a heel. Bill's Mafia STF says, I feel like not trusting Jeff put even more stress on his mental health in general. What do you think about that? That's actually a good point to follow up from my question. What do you think, Krssi?
No. You're not trusted because of situations like this. That's why. It's nothing personal. It's not for your mental health.
He's like the chicken has to lay the egg. The egg doesn't lay the chicken.
Man, we're going way too far trying to blame WWE for things.
I think I've done a good job of addressing it the right way. This is not WWE's fault. There are 3 releases I totally understand WWE's point of view for. I don't understand some of their reasoning that they told these people, but there are 3 legitimate reasons to release. There were 3 legitimate releases. Velveteen Dream, because we know.
Yeah.
Jackson Riker, because we know.
What did Jackson Riker do?
He was supporting Trump, and he was basically mocking the Black Lives Matter.
You don't have to. I remember all of that. Yes, I just needed a refresher, real quick. Go ahead, continue, friend.
And 3, Jeff Hardy, because of all the events that led up to it. We got R. Williams saying we have to understand that these athletes are real people too, who go through real stuff. Trust me, nobody wants another tragic story happening to him like Eddie Guerrero. That is a great point as well. I appreciate that comment. And if Nick Jackson says, I love his feuds with Punk and Edge. So those are very good ones as well. So thank you all for those comments. Bring those comments, keep it coming in. And Sammy Joe has the right idea. Give the video a like. That's the button that looks like a thumbs up. That's what I do. The thumbs up right there. In case you didn't know, you can also push the subscribe button if you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, you can jump all over to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified, so you'll always get alerted whenever we go live with these live streams every Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time. So we appreciate everyone. And remember, send a super chat donation to make sure your comment, your thoughts, your question for the panel, or hot take is highlighted on screen. $1 or more. We appreciate it. But we got to move on to even more news to wrap up the Jeff Hardy story. One final question for both of you. Romeo, when do you see Jeff Hardy returning to professional wrestling?
I think, when is his 90 days up? March 1?
March 9th. March 9th.
He'll be back in May.
Revolution is before that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say after that. I'd say right away after that.
Krssi Luv?
Double or Nothing? Is that May? Or
that's May? Yeah.
That's May. I think Double or Nothing, friends. If that's where I once March, because we're December, that'll give him enough time. I feel like maybe Tony can kind of trust him. He's probably gonna keep tabs, maybe. Not sure. But I think maybe
Tony will schedule a North Carolina show sometime after March.
There you go. Or he debuts on the March 16th or March 8th, the March 16th AEW Dynamite, or the March 18th AEW Rampage, because that would be 2 years from Matt Hardy's debut in AEW.
Oh,
He debuted on the March 18th, 2020 episode of AEW Dynamite. So either they do it on the
that
exact
is a ridiculous memory you have.
I'm about to say the same thing.
Ridiculous. How do you remember
Romeo, you
that
took the words
number?
out of my mouth. I'm like, how the hell did you
Him and
remember
Drunk Guy are
exact-
crazy when it comes to these numbers like that.
That's why they call me for Quizlemania, ladies and gentlemen. I might not win all of them because they don't do trivia, but that's why they ask me, because I am not.
Isn't it called Quizlemania? Like, isn't it trivia?
They
I don't.
do shit on nipples and stuff. I got all the nipples right this time though, so I have to give them some credit.
Nipples.
Yes, they just show the nipple and you have to guess who the wrestler is by their nipples.
What kind of get. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But our other top news story, yes, we have 2 top news stories on the day. Don't worry, we will be talking about Hook after that, right? Immediately after that. But Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly. Absolutely. Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly finish up their runs in NXT and are officially free agents after finishing up their contracts with WWE, officially becoming free agents yesterday. Jeff Hardy wasn't the only notable departure from WWE this week, as the long speculated departures of both Johnny Gargano and Kyle O'Reilly finally happened this week following NXT War Games and this week's NXT 2.0. Gargano and O'Reilly got a send-off following the most recent episode of WWE NXT 2.0. In addition to being written off of television with attacks, they had what appeared to be a farewell when the taping was over. Fightful Select reported that despite eternal belief that both men would resign, that Johnny Gargano hasn't resigned and would become a free agent, and that was official yesterday. NXT sources told Fightful that in regards to Gargano's farewell, he was allowed to say what he wanted, and were given a reasonable overrun for the promo. Sources backstage said they were very happy about how Grayson Waller's attack on Gargano was and came across to close the episode. On Friday, Fightful reported that Johnny Gargano was officially a free agent, while PW Insider reported that Kyle O'Reilly was also officially a free agent, as his deal with the company has also expired. Both O'Reilly and Gargano have been removed from the WWE's Eternal roster on Friday afternoon. To further confirm that he is no longer under contract, Johnny Gargano has reopened his PWT's store, and he has 5 new t-shirt designs, some of which feature the phrase "bet on yourself," which he said in his promo on NXT. He also announced that he was reopening his YouTube channel and launched his own Twitch as well. So it seems like he is gone, as they say.
Johnny Gargano.
Which goes against various reports from this past week. On Sunday, Fightful Select reported that the assumption of many people in WWE that neither man will be around after this week is up, as Fightful discussed last week, and we discussed right here on True Hill Heat. Both Gargano and O'Reilly have been offered multi-year deals, and WWE communicated that it wanted their services. In the Thursday edition of Wrestling Observer newsletter, Uncle Dave Meltzer said the eternal belief in WWE is that both O'Reilly and Gargano will be back in NXT in 2022. Not only does Gargano have a kid on the way, but O'Reilly does as well, which was not very known public information.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. The angles shot on NXT were meant to write them off with the idea that they would be back. Meltzer has also noted that one of them considered AEW, but hasn't made the decision to go. He added WWE didn't do that thing with Gargano to have him show up in AEW next week. I'll put it that way. Krssi Luv, let's go to you first. What is your gut feeling? Does Johnny Gargano or Kyle O'Reilly eventually re-sign and return to WWE?
I don't like how they separated the two. First of all, you give one this whole grandstand ending, and then the other one just gives an opener. And
the other guy did not.
He got beat up by Encino Man.
Yeah. So I don't think that was fair. But your question, let me answer it. I hope he does not go back.
I didn't show off my sweater. I forgot. Sorry. A lot of news.
I love it. I hope he does not go back. I hope he does get a run in like New Japan. I hope he goes to maybe like See, we can't keep sending everyone to AEW because everyone might get lost in the shuffle. Like, we don't need them to be.
Well, AEW has guys that they could, get rid of. Let's be honest. They could get rid of a few guys
who are not
You guys
happy
could be
right
not
now.
happy,
There are various guys that I have heard from not sources in like WWE or anything like that, but sources on the independent scene have told me guys like Joey Janela, who does a lot of stuff in like GCW and doesn't get used in a prominent role in AEW. He's not happy. Sonny Kiss has shown signs that he's not happy. Of course, Brian Cage is the most obvious of them all with his wife's comments. So yeah, everybody can't go to AEW. I agree, Krssi Luv.
Elite talent you can pick up. And then whoever's over there, they just slide down the ladder. They just slide another rung down. Too bad.
Too bad. Yep. It's too bad. You can't. Oh, friends. It's. I'm sure he can have a great run over there, like him and Darby. Whoa. Him and what's Freshly Squeezed. Oh my God, Orange Cassidy. Wow. Like I can go down, but like I don't want him to go there because I don't want to get. He probably won't get lost because someone else is gonna get lost. Because he's gonna be a draw. He's gonna make more people go and watch him there. But I don't think he's going anywhere right away. I think he's gonna wait till after the birth of his baby first. And do like the Twitch, do the online stuff, have people keep talking, do little vignettes probably with his wife, things like that. I don't think he's going to go to a wrestling promotion right away.
Yeah, I think he's going to do a proper paternity leave for the first few months of next year before he makes his decision. Romeo, where do you think is the best landing place for each guy, Gargano and O'Reilly?
I kind of said it already. AEW for both of them. Pretty
O'Reilly's definitely going to be over there with Adam.
WWE thinking that they'll be back. Yeah, in like 4 to 5 years, maybe. Definitely not anytime soon.
Yeah, just to put this in perspective, ladies and gentlemen, WWE thought Daniel Bryan was going to resign, so they thought Adam Cole would resign. So
they were just so polite and not re-signing. They were like, "Oh, they still love us. They'll be back." No, they're just being very respectful, very professional.
Look at that's Bryan Danielson now. Oh my God! Like,
now I did get the feeling
every week.
I did get the feeling that Gargano was heading to the main roster at first, but once I saw that Twitch, I was like, he's gone.
Yeah, after a while, him talking, I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna go to the main roster for take a little break, and then he's gonna go. But don't go to the main roster. Johnny Wrestling needs to go.
I thought when he said he's going to bet on himself, he's going to bet on himself against Vince McMahon's booking, against the main roster and all that.
Yeah, that's usually what bet on yourself means from an NXT talent.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, my gut feeling after NXT 2.0 this week, because I actually watched the whole episode. I was even texting Romeo like y'all see, I'm actually doing it, and I'm not annoyed. Like, I was annoyed at certain points. Don't get me wrong. There are certain points that are always going to be annoying, but I wanted to see this Gargano segment, and it sounded like a guy that was going up to the main roster in a lot of ways. But I 100% agree with Romeo. If it was just the PWT's store, you could close that and go back to WWE. That's easy. Twitch channel. A whole Twitch channel, my dude. Yeah. That's different. That's serious commitment. That's different. That's different. That's not something. Selena Vega was off of Twitch for like 2 or 3 months before she re-signed with WWE. If you're gonna reopen a Twitch, this is something.
We know how Vince feels about that.
Exactly. He's like, no, not today.
I didn't like the ending. Homeboy beating up Gargano though.
Grayson Waller, why not?
I did.
Why? What was the sense of that? Let me know.
You gotta put somebody over. That's what I was watching it for. I was like, is somebody gonna make their debut? Is somebody gonna return? And when it was Grayson Waller, yes, I was disappointed. I was like, this goof with the Bobski theme and he's a fucking nerd talking about views and likes and shit. He's a fucking fuckboy. He's a fuckboy.
Yeah.
That's basically his character. His character is that he's a fuckboy. And I wasn't with it, but seeing the reaction from the fans, those proper fans that WWE fucking puts quarters in to start chants, they legitimately were upset, and they just called him a piece of shit. And I don't think WWE is gonna want their fans to call anybody.
They don't ever curse like that.
Shit.
Very naughty NXT crowd. Piece of shit.
I'm happy somebody did it though. Because I was saying the same shit. I was like, what the hell is this?
That was a true heel heat, one might say. That was true heel heat.
I do agree. I do have to agree. It was rather a rather good angle in my opinion. And I thought it was effective what they did with Encino Man laying out Kyle O'Reilly the way he did, looking strong. That was okay as well.
I'm glad they went heel with him too, because he's not over as a babyface.
Yes, it was the right move.
He has
100%.
to be scary and mean and a heel. He can't be nice guy. No.
Yes.
Still not a fan though, but whatever.
Bunch of comments to highlight. Thank you everyone for joining us live. Remember to drop that thumbs up on the video, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. It helps out the channel and the video a lot. Of course, you could share it with your friends on your favorite social media platforms and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified. And of course, if you want to support even more, become a Patreon backer, patreon.com/TrueHeelHeat. We got CM saying AEW might actually be a better place since so many of the EVPs and stars don't drink. Again, I also don't trust the E about a lot of things because they've shown they don't gaff or
just keep them away from FTR, Hangman Page, Lance Archer.
His brother. His brother is I'm just gonna put this out here. I only pull back the curtain in this way on True Heel Heat. I was at the AEW hotel bar in Minneapolis, and Matt Hardy was running court out there. So if that's who he's gonna be around, I'm sorry. Geez. That ain't the best environment for him right now. Bills Mafia STF says it sure can feel personal when piss gets thrown in your face. Talking about that old Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy.
Apple juice.
Yeah, I hope so. Dion Chua says SP3 is a computer, confirmed. Were y'all that shocked that I knew that date? Like it's one of my favorite episodes of Dynamite.
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
that was the first Dynamite not in front of fans. Like
respectfully.
Oh my god,
respectfully ridiculous.
Nick Jackson says this channel has it all, folks. Watch alongs, roundtable reviews, retro reviews, weekly podcasts, etc., and real authentic opinions. Nothing else like True Heel Heat. We need to pay Nick Jackson for that advertisement.
That is what separates us from everyone else. The characters. Look at these characters. Just these three alone right here.
Look at all that. Look at all this. Look at all this for you people.
Not a gimmick either. This is who we really are.
Nick Jackson says, wow, Sid, that is a crazy freaking galaxy brain. Okay. Frantic World says Jeff can take a break, get clean, and go to AEW in May. Kind of on the same page as Miss Krssi Luv here. Nick Jackson says, I knew Johnny Gargano was gone for good once I saw that he's starting a Twitch channel. We also got Frantic World saying Undisputed Era is all elite. Coming soon. Remember, Undisputed Elite, ladies and gentlemen. Undisputed Elite.
Cease and desist.
Slamming Sammy Joe says Gargano is someone to sign. He could be the poster child of a promotion match and feud of the year king. Okay, I love it. Dion Trua, thank you. That's a nice one. I appreciate that. Marcus8915 says don't throw out Impact Wrestling. That can be an option.
I'm throwing it out. He's all elite.
Damn.
I'm sorry. When you've been on top of a WWE brand for a good part of 5 years, Impact Wrestling.
You can't go backwards? That's going backwards, friends? Is that what you're saying?
Backwards. Yeah, that's going backwards,
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. EBB says
have lobster and steak and then, have a chicken dinner.
Candace should divorce him if he went to Impact Wrestling.
I'm probably in the minority. I'm probably in the minority. But I'm quite surprised that Gargano didn't re-sign with WWE. With Candice there, their child, just had the feeling he'd stay. Have a feeling Gargano will show up at Bola. That's a good thing. That would be nice. That would be interesting. Yes, absolutely. So the great comment there by our good friend EBB. Ray Rusi saying, good stuff, brother. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Appreciate you watching. Frantic World saying Johnny Gargano would be good in New Japan Strong. That's good. Good shout. We also got John Aries saying, hey, Brandon Fraser had way more natural personality in a Cena man than Von Wagner has. You got me there. No,
I looked it up. Gargano's 34 years old. That's still a baby in wrestling years.
He's still got like 10 more years.
He can do the WWE thing when he's 40, 42, and that's prime age for Vince McMahon. That's
exactly. That's like, he's like, oh man, you've been a star in NXT, you've been a star in AEW. Let me put you on top over here. You're 40. You're a bright young chicken. Nick Jackson says, I want Red Dragon back. I respect it. Frantic World says, I hope Joey Janela stays in with AEW. I want to see him and Kaylee Rossi in a mixed tag match. Okay. DV says Johnny Gargano to All Japan Pro Wrestling and face Jake Lee. Hey, if that's what he wants to do, why not? R. Williams says, bet on yourself, double or nothing.
I didn't put that pun together. That's really good, R. Williams. That's really, really good.
That might be one of the best.
Can we put that
comments
on a shirt or something?
Oh,
That's
man.
That is a great one. That is
genius.
Good.
How did I not put that 2 and 2 together? How did you not put that together?
It should just be like lines. Bet on yourself, ? And then how much? Double or nothing.
He's all
Double or nothing.
Oh, man. That is a great shout right there, R. Williams. I respect it. I love it.
Duh, I feel like
yeah, I do too.
Idiot.
Slam and Sammy Jones says Gargano would be a big pop as the Joker at the
Joker. Yeah.
Yep. Another good shout there. Dion Chua says SB3 be firing the swears. Yes, this is true ill heat, uncensored, unfiltered.
You must be new here.
He knows me from Wrestling Daily. To be fair.
You're a saint over there.
One final question for both of you. What is your favorite Johnny Gargano in NXT match, and what is your favorite Kyle O'Reilly match in NXT? Krssi Luv? Or no, we'll go with Romeo first. Put Romeo on.
Kyle O'Reilly versus
Sorry, I had
Finn
a lot of
Balor.
noise in my background.
Kyle versus Finn 1 would be my Kyle moment. And Gargano, I have so many. Gargano Almas might be the best match I've ever seen live. Gargano Cole at TakeOver New York. And I'm going to say it again, Gargano Ciampa, one final beat. I love that.
Oh my God. You do know that Tommaso Ciampa himself didn't like it, right?
Well, that's sad. That's very sad. It's very sad.
Because he actually knows something good from trash, unlike you.
Wow.
It was a great story. I loved it. I was captivated. I shed a tear.
You're ridiculous.
I don't cry often about wrestling.
Oh, you're ridiculous. If I had to go Gargano, I would say Cole TakeOver New York, because I was there live and that experience was just crazy. And going with a casual fan as well, who didn't understand who was the babyface and who was the heel at the start, and it wasn't until 20 minutes in he understood who was the right world, is because of that crowd reaction. And Kyle O'Reilly, there's a few tag team matches I have to name because he was the highlight of a bunch of them. Broserweights versus Undisputed Era from TakeOver Portland.
That's an Undisputed Era moment.
No, it's a Kyle O'Reilly was a highlight of that match. You're ridiculous.
You have to give him his own, just like you did for Jeff. That's not fair.
Moment. Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor TakeOver 31 was the classic, definitely. For sure. And Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole at Great American Bash this year was great as well. So that is all.
One more thing.
Yeah.
If NXT 2.0 never happens and Triple H is still in control, despite all the hard stuff, Kyle O'Reilly would be NXT champion.
If you would have told SP3 in April that Kyle O'Reilly would be here at the end of the year, not NXT champion, not even in the mix, in the tag team division again.
You said liar.
with a fucking prospect who looks like Encino Man and comes out to the most generic fucking music ever, and he comes out to his music.
His music, right? It's
Oh,
like he didn't even have his
man.
own
Trash music.
Oh god,
Garbage.
it's like this could have not gotten worse. What's up, you my boy Blue? Just joining us a little bit late. Nick Jackson saying O'Reilly versus Balor is his favorite. EBB saying Gargano versus Black at War Games for me. Love that Who Done It and Return. O'Reilly versus Balor for singles and tag. Undisputed Era versus Lorgan and Birch at Takeover Chicago. Love that match. Those are excellent stuff. Excellent. But yes, let's go on, guys, to what we missed. We're gonna talk about AEW Rampage last night. Very, very good episode of Rampage. You had a banger of an opener that saw Lucha Bros defeat FTR to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. You also had Nyla Rose, the Bunny, and Penelope Ford beat Anna Jay, Tay Conti, and Ruby Soho in a trios match.
Bunny.
You're a Bunny fan? Main event saw Adam. I know. The main event saw
I
Adam
don't know
Cole.
why. I just love the Bunny. She's not that good, but she has potential.
You're a bunny, Mark. I get it.
I am a bunny. Just you could be a hooker. I'm a bunny. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Exactly. You're a hopper.
Not Easter yet.
You're a hopper. The main event saw Adam
I'm a
Cole.
hopper. Yeah. Okay.
Saw Adam Cole defeat Wheeler Yuta, and after the match, the Elite jumped the best friends, ending with the super click, giving the three-way BTE trigger on the surgically repaired neck of Trent. That made me think that Trent is still not healthy because he didn't really do much on Dynamite or here, and then he took the BTE trigger. So I think he needs a couple of more time off before he makes his actual return. And then it happened.
Happened before this.
I don't care. I don't care.
Right.
That was the real main event. What are you talking about? Blasphemous. Taz sent.
I'm mad you did that. What the who did that?
Let's zoom in.
Hook made his long-awaited debut, defeating Fago Del Sol, coming out to an Action Bronson theme, having the swagger of an MMA fighter, unreal charisma, being like he's so nonchalant. He turned his back on Fago before the bell even rang, and he was
Krssi.
a fucking magician
Crazy.
in the ring. It was like Bret Hart, Kurt Angle, and Taz had a baby, and it created the next best thing in professional wrestling, America's heartthrob. Hook! They sent the Hook! My God.
Like he had a tornado just like spent around and his hair just like, okay, I'm ready to go out, guys. Now I'm ready.
SP, tell Krssi what you said on Smack Talk about where this debut ranks. What you said?
It was the greatest debut in American television history. There was
television. Wait, hold on. Television history, friend?
Yes. In fact,
elaborate.
In fact, there was Luke Perry on Beverly Hills 90210, the pilot. That's America's Heartthrob was born there. I forgot my other example. Better
than the White Ranger on Power Rangers. Wow.
Right,
better than the White Ranger
man.
on Power Rangers. Absolutely.
You gotta be kidding me.
Better
way.
than the reveal of the Green Ranger on
The
Power
Green Ranger
Rangers.
was epic. The Green Ranger was amazing.
I don't care. Hook greater than all. Hook is the great. Dude, he's still trending, ladies and gentlemen. It is. What time is it right now? It is 12:13 p.m. Eastern time here in New York City, and Hook is still trending. And he has officially been made an official member of the AEW roster following his debut.
Which I didn't know he wasn't signed already.
Yes, officially by Tony Khan, and Tony Khan said, "Push Hook to the moon because he is out of this world." What did you guys think?
The moon. Season desist, by the way, Tony. Jeez.
What did you guys think about Hook's debut And are you excited as me? And I think that's a no. But
The fact I'm
Krssi,
excited. I'm just not excited as you are because you are a hooker. However, the fact that he has an Action Bronson themes music is amazing.
Bobski. Oof. That
I
shit go
mean,
hard.
that's
That make you want to fight.
First of all, if he can come, if he gets one of their big pay-per-views and get Action Bronson, because Action Bronson is a huge wrestling fan, the way I will mark
he'll
out.
definitely be
Oh
there.
my. The
He
way
will.
I'm going to market, I love Action Bronson. Oh my God, I love him. I love all his shows. Anywho, but yeah, I'm excited for Hook. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. All of the people that are behind him. I have to disagree with SP on this. This is the greatest of American history or whatever he said. I agree with that at all. I think
it's the
Green
greatest wrestling debut since Ronda Rousey. That's for sure.
Okay, I agree with that.
The producer just messaged me, Hook greater than Rousey, ? Rousey's debut didn't happen on American television. It happened on the WWE network. So that's why Hook is the greatest debut in American television history.
That's a fair point. Fair point.
I don't make the rules.
Hook was in there doing Ronda Rousey moves.
Yeah, he was. He was
very, very. All right, SP, fine. Okay. Okay. You got this one, okay?
I was gonna be hyped for Hook no matter what. Like I was gonna oversell how he looked. Like even if he looked bad, I was gonna.
Me too.
But he looked great. He over delivered. I'm shocked. And now I'm even more hyped, which is the worst thing he could have done to me.
This man came in with unreal expectations because of becoming a meme and a bit on AE Ramble for me as the leader of the Hook Hive on wrestling YouTube. But somehow he exceeded any of yes! The belt maker, not even the belt maker.
Who did that?
The belt maker.
Who did this?
I found
Who did this?
I won't take.
Oh my God! Ugh.
It's the greatest thing ever. It's the greatest thing ever.
Keep going, Johnny. Keep going, producer. There's more.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Now that was a good one. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. I like that. I need that on a shirt.
All Hook. 4 pillars, all Hook. Oh my God. The 4 pillars of all elite wrestling is Hook, 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 and Hook. I'm saying 5 because he spits hot fire. Nick Jackson saying he is Hook. I love that. I love that introduction as well. Hook.
What did our good friend of the show, who's been on a special guest, Jared Bailey, tweet?
Yes. He said he had Jared Bailey tweeted out to me, tagged me and all, and he says I ... like Hook. I was gonna save this.
He's hooked.
I was gonna save this for AE Ramble tomorrow, but I might as well get out all the Hook stuff that I got messaged in for all the people that were skeptical, all the people that weren't non-believers. You guys, a lot of you, EBB, Nick Jackson, a lot of you watch AE Ramble. Y'all been seeing what I've been dealing with my Hook appreciation with Marcus Cash and Jimmy Macaram, even though Marcus Cash was the one that came up with the term hooker. But Jimmy Macaram messaged me last night at midnight. Dude, ... They've got a star. Never been on the Hook bandwagon.
Jimmy is hooked too.
But this is all fantastic.
He hooked us. He hooked us.
So everyone is now hooked on Hooker.
He then texts me. I'm gonna repeat this tomorrow on AE Ramble, so don't worry. He says, "Skinny TikTok Taz with a splendid entrance. I watched it 3 times."
Is it a TikTok for it too?
No, he's basically, that's his description of Hook. Skinny TikTok Taz.
Got it. Okay.
Skinny TikTok Taz. If you ever want to describe Hook to any individual, that's how you could do it. Yes.
Even on YouTube, all you have to do is put Hook. The stuff just rolls down. Hook debut AEW. Hook this. Hook. Amazing.
It's amazing.
And Taz tweeted a few things. First, he said, so proud. He's a proud papa. Good for him. And he wanted to say thank you to all of you for the tons of tweets towards me about the kind words about Hook. It's too many to reply to. And yes, it was so special for me to call his first worldwide TV match. The Taz mission is now called Red Rum.
Yes. And you know why it's called Red Rum, right?
Why? That's
the term that police use for that move. That's a move that police use on sailing. So yeah. I was like, yo, why is everything I'm learning about him making me that much more a fan? And then Fightful Select also was told it didn't appear originally if Hook would get into wrestling, despite knowing plenty about it and respecting the business. Based on those Fightful spoke with, it became evident during his first training session he was going to get it. Hook has been training nonstop with Creator Pro Wrestling as well as QT Marshall, and had a lot of early help from MJF. Those that we spoke to on the AEW roster, Fightful said, hyped him up to Fightful in the weeks before his debut, and followed up by saying they were ecstatic about how his debut went.
The MJF stuff is funny because it's all CM Punk's fault. Remember that? When he said those fateful words, send Hook. Send Hook.
Did you see
Hook
CM Punk's tweet?
Sent. What did he say?
You see CM Punk's tweet was Hook's been sent, and it was him as a penguin doing like running away. Frantic World with the Hook Gang, baby. We also got Slam and Sammy Joe says, who's going to ask Taz to send out Hook next? The fans, of course. Dion Chua, best thing of the show, Hook.
I thought he would have came out with the rest of the guys from from the crew, but he came out by himself.
No, that was the perfect presentation. Just the simplicity of everything was also just pitch perfect. Like just the black, all black. Then the first riff of the song hits. Then when the song actually hits the beat, white letters, Hook. That's all he needs. That
beat go hard.
Oh my god, that beat goes so hard.
And shout out to Fuego del Sol, who did a good job bumping around for him.
Fuego made him look like $1 million as well. 100% agreed there. Bill's Mafia saying, Hook Gang, Hooker for life. Frantic World says, Taz sounds so happy last night. CM Punk, me leaving Earth once Hook debuts. Hashtag send Hook.
Very nice.
We also got Nick Jackson
even
saying,
his ring gear was very simple. He
very
looked like an MMA fighter, but he had on like the boxing boxer shorts that just had Hook in red, but the gray,
Hook doesn't skip leg day.
The white tape around his hands and the white boots. Very, very good. Whoever put this together, the hair's a lot, but a lot of spray, a lot of hairspray, lots of hairspray.
We got Bill's Mafia saying SP3 is correct, not debatable. Talking about me calling it the greatest debut in American television history. R. Williams says Steve Urkel on Family Matters. Are you kidding me? No. Are you kidding me? That was okay.
Yeah,
that was good.
No, that wasn't.
Got him on, but no, come on, stop.
He's got another good one. He's got another good one. R. Williams.
Slime and Sammy Joe saying Hook Crew is true. We also got Bill's Mafia saying Action Bronson was at Dynamite, he said in that Pitchfork article. R. Williams also said Jerome from Martin. I said Jerome in the house. That is an awesome debut, I will say, but not as good as Hook.
SP and I are huge Martin fans, so yes.
You guys saw top five show all time, you guys.
Absolutely. Nick Jackson says when Hook's on a pay-per-view and about to win the TNT Championship, Action Bronson better be there. Rapping the song live. Frantic World says that Action Bronson song fire. We also got a super chat donation.
His flowers. They forget about Action Bronson. I feel like people don't give Action Bronson the credit that he deserves. Just saying.
Sometimes. EBB saying sick and in bed. Sorry to hear that, EBB. We hope you're feeling better.
It's something going around. A lot of people have been sick these last few weeks. Not like COVID related, but we are in flu and cold season. People are still getting a cold and things like that. So please take care of yourselves.
Absolutely. EBB saying sick and in bed this week. True Hill Heat keeping me entertained. Thank you for joining us. That Hook debut was great. That the entrance theme been on repeat. The presentation was great. Hook and nothing else on the Titantron fit so well.
Guys 100%. In the chat or you guys, if you know, what's the name of that song? I got
I think they had it.
I need that song. Yeah.
They had it on either Action Bronson's Twitter or somebody else's.
If you know it in the chat, please let us know so
Please
I
let us
can
know.
download that immediately. That's going on the gym workout playlist.
That you're talking about Sting's actual debut. Sting's in-ring debut in AEW. Yes, Hook was better than that. It just totally meant more. It was so unreal to see him on TNT again. That debut was great, but no, not the same. Do you, my boy Blue, is saying my description is best description ever. Frantic World says I'm watching the match again right now. SP3. See, I'm motivating people to prove. And
You're proving everyone wrong, friend. Yes,
absolutely.
you are.
Nick Jackson says Hook out here proving everyone wrong except for me. He proved me right, ladies and gentlemen. EBB says I thought it was because it's murder. It could be that too. No, but that's actually what they call the police move too. But it might be
Well,
that's why the police call it that.
Backwards. That's funny.
That is great. That is great.
And disturbing. Very disturbing.
Very disturbing. Bill's Mafia SCF saying Hook's shirt for sale is even just a white tee with Hook in black letters. I'm getting that. I'm getting it. Christmas on the way, ladies and gentlemen. There's a Christmas gift to get SP3. I want 40 of them. Great touch with Hook.
The red, yes.
In red.
Oh,
This
shit.
is
You
built
guys
from
with the
red.
knowledge today. I am learning so much today.
Absolutely. I love it.
Oh,
like an
right. He
idiot.
is from. Oh, shit. I forgot all about that.
COVID done knocked a few IQ points off of my damn head.
Oh my God! Wow, he is from New York. He's from. How did we forget? Oh my! Thank you, Nick Jackson.
He's the pride of New York now. Him and MJF, they're going to be on the Mount Rushmore of New York wrestling.
Yes, yeah.
The chairman's intent. I think. What's that?
Name of the song.
What?
Oh, okay. There we go. I was
That's the name of the
confused.
song. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused for a second there. But it wasn't the only show on last night, even though you would have thought it was from social media. But Brock Lesnar was on SmackDown once again last night. He had a hilariously entertaining segment with Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman, ending with Brock laying out Sami and his male nurses that he came down to the ring with, along with a neck brace and wheelchair after Brock invited him for a Canadian BFF day on the town, which I wanted to see. The New Day defeated the Usos and Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro in a triple threat to determine the best tag team in WWE.
Did you put that crown on his head, or that's his crown?
That's his crown.
New crown.
New crown.
Wow. Okay.
What you think, Krssi? What do you think?
Very, very Dragon Ball Z-ish. Very cartoony, video game-ish, I want to say.
Looks like something X-Men.
X-Men, the big X on the front. Because Xavier. Oh.
There you go. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Oh my God.
We're getting our minds blown this episode.
This is the mind blown episode.
Professor X. Oh my God. Wow. Look at that. Thank you, Romeo.
Speaking of X's, Xia Li made her debut by making the save for Naomi. That entrance was dope. That was the best use of the CGI that they've done.
You're gonna see it if you watch SmackDown in the upcoming weeks. This entrance was amazing. The best use of
I
the
have
AR
to,
graphics.
I gotta I had it recorded, but I didn't get to. I watched the important stuff, and I didn't get to watch her stuff. So.
We also had that was after she made the same for Naomi after Sonya Deville set her up for a 3-on-1 assault from her Natalya and Shayna Baszler.
Sonya looking great.
She looked fabulous. And the theme song was a bopski as well. I loved everything. There was a lot of good stuff to take away from SmackDown. I thought it was a better show than the last couple of weeks, except if you want to watch wrestling, because once again, they had little to none of that.
We want to sports entertain you.
You do. That silence proved that was just you. NXT War Games was over the past weekend. We apologize if anybody wanted a roundtable review, but we gave you the watch along. The fellas was there for that. Team 2.0 defeated Team Black and Gold following Braun Breaker pinning Tommaso Ciampa. Many highlights, including the return of Rebel Heart for a heavily teased final Johnny Gargano and NXT match, as well as DIY reuniting during War Games, and Grayson Waller hitting a ridiculous flying elbow off the cage on LA Knight through a table. You also had Team Gonzalez beat Team Kai after Cora Jade pinned JC Jane. This centered on putting over Cora Jade, who hit a crazy swanton bomb off the cage through a table on JC Jane that injured her arm. She fought through the pain after Io Shirai did some gimmick to put it back in place, and Imperium defeated Kyle O'Reilly and Encino Man to retain the NXT tag team titles in a remarkable contest. This exceeded any and all expectations going in. Cameron Grimes beat Duke Hudson in a hair versus hair match, and Roddy Strong defeated Joe Gacy to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Romeo, what stood out the most for you from War Games?
I think NXT did a good job of putting over Cora Jade and Braun Breaker, focusing on the future for those two. And on the actual NXT program, they did the same for Von Wagner and Grayson Waller. So NXT really putting a focus on names for the future this week.
Krssi Luv, what stood out the most for you from War Games?
War Games was okay. Wasn't really a huge fan of the whole show. But the younger stars had to be pushed all over, I'm guessing, for a reason, because it's 2.0. Boo, whatever. But yeah, I think they did a good job, showcasing them and the talent that they have to like take over the black. Well, it's not black and gold anymore. It's this colorful Nickelodeon spread, huh?
Every
colors.
It's the colors now. It's the
color.
Nickelodeon Family Double Dare colors, whatever.
There you go. All the colors.
All the colors.
I will say the men's War Games delivered big time, as well as the tag team championships. But my God, NXT, stop hurting the women by doing the War Games the wrong way. You do it with the babyface having the advantage. You're basically pleading with the fans to cheer the heels. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yep.
And they did a good job putting over Cora Jade, but that whole gimmick with the arm and shit.
I was so disappointed in the women.
She did such a great job of selling the arm. I actually believed her arm was hurt because of the way she did the swanton. And then when Io Shirai did the gimmick to put it back in place, I was like, well, her arm's not hurt, so I don't care anymore. Like, you didn't need to do that. It was really
stupid.
You didn't need to
do
that.
It didn't work because she didn't like start wrestling. She's still hurt.
Exactly. Like, it was just no reason to do that. Like, it was just like you're overthinking things and you're trying too hard. NXT. Over on AEW Dynamite, they did 872,000 viewers this week. This was the long-awaited show from Long Island, New York that followed Raw on November 29th, which drew over 5,000 fans, while this show did over 9,000. The show was highlighted by the opening...
9,000.
Yes. By the opening 30 minutes, which were centered on the hottest feud in wrestling right now, CM Punk and MJF, as AEW took us on a bizarro world trip where CM Punk came out to MJF's theme in his hometown, basically turning on the head the expectations of MJF coming out to CM Punk's song in his hometown, and was booed for it. Probably, and to the surprise of everyone, including CM Punk, Punk cut a heavily heel and Islanders heavy promo, seemingly shocked by the response. And then to top that, MJF was given a dramatic vignette building up at him up as the hometown hero, including donning his Plainview High School Letterman jacket, which he came out with, and did the entire Punk in Chicago entrance. MJF then was a finalist in the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal with Dante Martin, who turned on Team Taz to become one of the finalists, and which he also jumped Dante Martin with Ricky Starks to turn back heel. And then
never change, MJF. Never change.
CM Punk made the save. Bryan Danielson defeated John Silver in a very strong closer to the show before brawling with Hangman Page to preview Winter is Coming. Yeah, that Gotch style power driver was vicious. Speaking of vicious, Rio beat Jamie Hayter in a surprisingly marvelous clash with one of the most vicious brain busters that I've ever seen in my fucking life, and the backbreaker. Young Bucks defeated Chuck Taylor and Rocky Romero of Chaos. After the match, Trent returned to make the save in Sue's minivan for his best friends from the Elite.
Look at him. Wow.
What did you guys think?
Like Roderick Strong.
Yeah, he does look that. Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to say the same thing. I didn't know who he.
We don't need Roderick Strong. We have Roderick Strong at home.
It looked like Miro and John Moxley had a baby. Yeah, that's what it did. That's what.
Okay.
What was your favorite part from Dynamite this week, Romeo?
Oh, all the MJF stuff. That was awesome. CM Punk, I thought, cut one of the worst promos I've ever heard him cut. Just too many Islanders jokes. We get it. Stop at 2, not 3. I think the crowd could have did a little better in getting behind MJF. There's still a lot of CM Punk fans in the audience. Very disappointed in Long Island for that.
Yeah,
I was so proud of Long Island because it made me be a New Yorker cheering for MJF in Minneapolis. It made it worthwhile to hear that reaction from Long Island because I wasn't alone. We're bringing New York bias in different places.
And I loved MJF playing to it and not doing the heel thing, which is, I'm glad.
No, but he was doing heel stuff like cheap shots, and then he was playing to the crowd. Like,
I mean, not turning heel on Long Island itself.
Yes, great stuff. Triple A had a Triple Mania regime. Helio del Vikingo defeated Samurai del Sol, Jay Lethal, Bobby Fish, and Bandito in a fatal 5-way to win the Triple A Mega Champion. FTR.
We have to talk Spanish.
FTR beat Lucha Bros in a ladder match to retain the Triple A World Tag Team titles, and Taya Valkyrie announced her return to Triple A and challenged Deonna Purrazzo for the Reina del Rey's championship.
Did you see the ladder match?
With that name now?
Huh? Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah,
that was her name. She used Taya. That's why she used Frankie Monet in WWE because
that's what I'm saying. She's back to using her original name, like they should have let her do before. But stupid. But that's another story. We don't have time for that.
Did you see the ladder match?
No, I haven't seen the ladder match. The only match I've seen was the 5-way. Yeah, I'm gonna watch both. I'm gonna watch the ladder match, but you guys know I watch all of wrestling. If you watched Smack Talk last night, and yes, I have to watch Triple A as well as a few other shows from this past week. But I did watch the 5-way, and it was great. Vikingo is amazing.
Guys, if you saw it in the chat, let me know how that ladder match was.
Yeah. Let Romeo know in the chat before we continue.
I would like to see it.
What we missed. Got a couple of comments to highlight here. DJ Eric saying SP3 is the leader of the Hook Nation. Followed the Hookers.
Tyler, his name.
Sounds like that. Yeah, that Tyler for me. For y'all, that's Hook. Tyler for me. We had
Tyler. That kind of sours everything.
Nick Jackson says looks like the top of a Megazord. Talking about King Wood's new crown.
That's actually a good one too.
We got Frantic World saying Zaya looks good.
Hopefully doesn't get lost in the sauce.
Hopefully not. We got R. Williams saying Zaya Lee entrance equal Lord ratings. 10 rings from Marvel. I love that. I love it.
10 rings was amazing.
Yep. Dion Chua says I dig Zaya.
Better than Externals, whatever that one was.
Eternals.
There you go. Sorry.
Externals.
She says everything. Panorama. Dion Chua says I dig Zyla's thank you. Makes sense. Nick Jackson says I need.
See, we're not. We're all. These are all. This is us. This is us. This is not a gimmick. This is who
all
we
this
are.
Year, isn't it?
My brothers grit on me all the time.
All this year. I was gonna ask earlier. What is like your favorite moment? Because I think we also had when she. I think I asked her what was I forgot the match. I think it was like Nick Aldis versus Trevor Murdoch, and she said I'm going for Kevin. I think it was that whole
highlight reel this year.
If you could put that together, that'd be funny. I can't wait.
Yes,
to see it.
If you could do that for next week's show. Krssi Luv's top 5 funniest moments of 2021.
Bloopers. Yep.
Yes. Chris G takes MVP from watching War Games as he fought tooth and nail to not fall asleep during the watch along.
Well, we know after the fact what was really wrong with him. We know.
Absolutely. He was worn out. She said yes. Nick Jackson says Ryan made Silva look like a star in defeat. Totally agree with that. We also got Slam Sammy Joe says looking for heat or copying Punk's homework on how to a babyface entrance. MJF is fantastic. I agree there. Yeah. We also had WWE Raw this week. They had the main event of Becky Lynch beating Liv Morgan to retain the Raw Women's Championship after a nice build up. A nice build-up as well to the matchup, with it being 17 years since the first women's Raw main event with Lita and Trish Stratus. And she won with her hand on the ropes once again. Big E defeated Kevin Owens in a steel cage match. After the match, he was attacked by Seth Rollins, and then Bobby Lashley attacked all 3 men. Street Profits and the Mysterios.
Making this a 4-way now? Oh God,
Just keep fighting, Kevin. Just keep fighting.
Street Profits and the Mysterios advanced in the arcade Bronament to determine the number 1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles. Krssi Luv, are you upset that Liv Morgan did not win after that excellent build-up that they did going into the matchup?
Not upset, because I know her time is coming, but I'm
happy.
Do you? Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's a bold statement, Chris. Are you calling?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Dude, we are not talking. If we were talking about maybe 100 out of 101 professional wrestling companies, I totally agree with you.
Guarantee it, Krssi. Guarantee it.
Guarantee it. Let's hear guarantee.
Okay. You guys have a point. You are absolutely right.
She's backing off. You bullied her, SP3. You bullied her.
Fine. I think she did great. I think Liv is amazing. And unfortunately, we have these other big girls: Charlotte, Sasha, Bianca. Bailey's coming soon, I'm sure. Yeah. So Liv can't get it yet. Sorry. Okay.
Asuka and Alexa Bliss might be returning at the Royal Rumble. I've heard from.
I forgot all about that. Oh my God! Oh no!
Let me tell you something. Liv Morgan is over, because our live.
Yeah, she is.
Raw. We got so many people I'd never seen before there for Liv Morgan. There,
dude. I thought that was the right time to pull the trigger. Because everybody's like, oh no, it's gonna happen at day 1. Oh no, she's gonna win the Royal Rumble. Oh no, she's gonna win it on WrestleMania. I was like, WWE does not do long-term booking. What they do is one night, out of nowhere, randomly, they will build it up, build up a big title.
So why Liv can't be?
They will build up a big title change, and the way that was presented, it was presented as such that we were going to get a big title change to end the night, and then we did it. That's why I'm like 50-50 on it. It's going to actually happen now.
Like, let her be a champion for like a month, and then, call it a day. Look at Nikki. You gave it to fucking Nikki Ash. Like, I mean, she's a fucking superhero. Come on.
Scale's gone down. The bar's go down.
I think Liv Morgan is much bigger. Her pop is much bigger than Nikki's. Just saying.
At the time that Nikki won the title, I agree. Yeah. I agree.
She was over. They wanted Liv to win the Money in the Bank too, but they gave it to Nikki Ash. Just saying.
They did a good job making you believe and then pulling the rug out under.
As they usually
damn sure did. Yep.
NXT 2.0 this week, they did 590,000 viewers, slightly down from last week. The show was built behind the departures of Johnny Gargano with his farewell speech at the end of the night, and he was attacked by Grayson Waller to massive heat, as we discussed earlier. Encino Man defeated Kyle O'Reilly in a steel cage match with a low blow and his finisher. After the match, he hung Kyle O'Reilly.
There it is. Look at that.
Can't tell the difference. He hung Kyle O'Reilly in the tree of war facing the cage door and smashed him with it multiple times. As we've already discussed NXT 2.0 a little bit.
Yes.
We could move on to Impact on Access TV. Matt Cardona beat W. Morrissey by DQ. After the match, Moose and Chelsea Green come down to the ring where Cardona stood tall and held up the Impact World title. And then you had NWA Hard Times too, which also had some Matt Cardona as Trevor Murdoch defeated Mike Knox to retain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship and was attacked by Matt Cardona following the matchup. And Dirty Dango made his NWA debut alongside JTG to challenge for the NWA World Tag Team titles.
Dirty Dango.
So you don't have a picture of that one?
The formerly known as Fandango and Camille.
I hate that belt. That belt is so trash. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jesus. Camille defeated Melina to retain the NWA World Women's Championship as well. So a lot of great stuff from this past week. A lot of big events coming out of that week. And only one big event this week. But before we get into Final Battle predictions, we got to get your comments and go through the rest of the news. We got a comment here from Bill's Mafia. Said it was pretty good. About 12 minutes of FTR and Lucha Bros beating the crap out of each other. What did you think about the opener to Rampage you watched live here on the channel, Romeo?
Oh, I think he's talking about the ladder match at Triple H.
Okay. Yeah. He said, because I have Bill's Mafia saying Vicky Guerrero that laid FTR2 in a Los Gringo Locos tribute of sorts as well. Yeah, I heard they wore tights that were a tribute to Eddie Guerrero's old tag team with R-Bar.
Nice. Very nice.
That's beautiful.
But what did you think about the Rampage opener? I thought that match was excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun time. Better match than the SmackDown main event.
Oh, 100%. Heel Steven is here with us.
A lot of things are better than SmackDown. Sorry.
Thanks for joining us, Bill. Heel Steven. We also got Frantic World, who says the ladder match at Triple Mania was really good, Romeo. DJ Eric says, love your Christmas tree or Xmas tree, Queen Krssi. We got Nick Jackson says, let Krssi have hope. Not what I'm here for.
They don't never want to let me have any hope. They just don't tell me like it is.
Believe and live.
DJ Eric says, please give Kevin McAllister his Christmas sweater back. How did Kevin McAllister have a Baby Yoda Christmas sweater? He can never have anything as cool as this. Get out of here. It is a Baby Yoda. It's baby.
Gotta be sweating by now.
I'm not calling him Goku. Get out of here. It's Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
Is he trying to add more to our highlight reel?
Yeah, pretty much. Frantic World asks me, do you know where Timothy Thatcher is? Apparently he's training talent backstage, and that's what they're using him for. Alex McCarthy found that out from Tommaso Ciampa in an interview lately, so you can check that out on Talk Sport. And then the rest of the news, you got WWE news. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that the contracts of both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are set to be up soon, and WWE is attempting to keep them. The company is trying to keep them happy, and that is likely why.
Run, guys!
I've read the script before.
That is
hopeful they'll both return. Yeah, okay.
And that's why both are getting more TV time lately. The idea is that if they are happy with their push, they might stick around. But if they don't, then they can be used to put over others.
Hold that thought for a second here. Let me show you what SP3 means by TV time for Kevin Owens right here. And also, where's the other one? TV time for Sami Zayn right here. The TV time. TV time.
TV time. Quality TV time, ladies and gentlemen.
Sami Zayn deserves so much better. I'm sorry.
On Thursday, speaking of talent leaving the company, Kairi Sane reportedly removed WWE from her Twitter handles, and as she hadn't appeared for the company since the last year, she was still under contract working as an ambassador. However, the Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that her deal with the company has officially expired. WWE reportedly wanted Sane to renew her deal and return to wrestling, but she did not want to live in the United States. With COVID-19 causing travel restrictions, obviously going back and forth between the U.S. and Japan wasn't feasible. Zayn recently opened her own 24-hour gym, but still has an interest in wrestling. Stardom is hoping to bring her back, but there are no plans at this time.
Oh.
Would love to see her in Stardom, and then also on Wrestle Kingdom, since Stardom will be on Wrestle Kingdom.
There you go. In In a very important news to our good friend Romeo here, as previously discussed on True Hill Heat, our good friend Cassie Haynes with BodySlam.net reported last week that Charlotte Flair and Andrade El Idolo were no longer together and had ended their engagement. It was stated that Charlotte was the one who ended the relationship, and the breakup was said to had not been mutual. Now, a conflicting report on the two splitting up has emerged from WrestlingInc.com. It was initially reported by WrestlingInc.com's Raj Giri on Twitter on December 5th that Flair and Andrade are still very much together. Also, Andrade posted a tweet earlier on Friday that was possibly directed at Charlotte and the reports of the two splitting up. He tweeted, "Hola, good morning, mami F. Fake news. Hashtag El Idolo. Hashtag Andrade." Speculation was inflamed on the two's relationship when it was noticed that Andrade was no longer following Charlotte on social media. Additionally, Andrade deleted the most recent pictures of the two together on his social accounts. And it should be noticed that the news of Charlotte and Andrade's breakup is still a rumor and not yet official.
Andrade must have done something wrong. I'm sure he didn't cheat though, because Hispanic men don't cheat.
No, black men don't cheat. Get it right.
Yes,
Black men definitely cheat.
No, they don't.
I've heard a few stories.
No, they don't. I mean, I know Spanish men beat. What they do more than beat is cheat. So I mean, to each his own.
Wow.
That's racist.
I'm just saying. They lie, they cheat, they steal. They lie, they cheat, they steal.
That's acting. That's a gimmick.
Yeah, right. There was a story last week regarding of how much top stars in WWE earn, noting that names like Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns make over $5 million a year. The Wrestling Observer newsletter had more details. In most cases, the only guarantee that the talent have is whatever salary they were promised when they were signed. So if they sign for $450,000 a year, that's how much they make. In earlier times, if a wrestler signed for that amount, they could still make upwards of $2 million or so based on merchandise sales, working on top of house shows and pay-per-view bonuses if they got hot. Now the bonuses seem to be a thing of the past. Even if the wrestlers work 100 house shows or 200, no pay-per-views or every pay-per-view, they will make what they sign to make. There are some, however, including the top wrestlers, who have it different as those on top normally. For non-top wrestlers, there are no pay-per-view bonuses, no WrestleMania bonuses, no merchandise bonuses. It was noted that the guaranteed money is higher than it was in the past. However, it was also noted that some wrestlers have a guaranteed figure for working Saudi Arabia shows, but that depends on if shows are held. Last year there was only one.
Let me tell you something. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, you put that together, you put the whole SmackDown roster salary together, it doesn't come close to the money that Pat McAfee is making now. $30 million a year for 4 years, $120 million. This was Brock Lesnar saying he heard about it last night on SmackDown. He heard how much money
Pat
he's making.
McAfee, the best thing they brought on SmackDown.
And
Best
he's working
thing
SmackDown for chump change now.
Yeah, because he's making $30 million a year. What was it? A 4-year deal worth $120 million?
And he donated a good amount to charity, so good on him.
Yes,
good guy.
Good guy, Pat McAfee. Congratulations to him. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that WWE's current contract for Goldberg will be up very soon, as he only has one more match left on his deal. Goldberg's contract is for a lot of money for only a couple of matches a year. With Goldberg turning 55 soon, it remains to be seen if WWE will sign him for another deal. He is one of the few special attractions they still have left, along with Brock Lesnar, Edge, and Shane McMahon, who is still under contract. Names like The Undertaker and Steve Austin are still technically signed to huge money deals, but only to keep them part of the promotion forever. And then finally, WWE has announced the first ever class of their NIL Next in Line program, which includes 15 collegiate athletes that have signed with the company. This already included Gable Steveson, the Olympic gold medalist. You also have Carlos Alves, Haley Cavalier. Is it Cavalier? I don't know. You know the pronunciation is much better than me, Romeo.
Cavender.
Haley Cavender and Hannah Cavender, who have been described as the new Bella twins. They are a set of blonde twins.
Let me vomit right now. Let me go and vomit, please.
They
do
are
not do this. Oh God.
They are a set of blonde twins from Fresno State University. Basketball players, 5'6" in height, from Arizona, and they have close to 4 million followers on social media. So these are the type of stars WWE needs to get. AJ Ferrari, which what a name!
Look at this guy,
Oklahoma State wrestler. Oh my God, that's a name.
Can you see him, Krssi?
He's the one next to the blonde Bella twins.
I see who he is.
Lexi Gordon. We also got Aliyah Hutchinson, John Aaliyah, whatever. It's spelled weird.
Great.
Spelled weird. John Cron, Glenn Logan.
Go Tigers!
Oh God, yes. I know you're excited about that.
Yeah.
You got Riley White, Dalton Wagner, Joe Spivak, John Seaton, Marcel Russell, and Mason Paris.
SP3 struggling through these names.
I always struggle through the names. I think I missed one too. Isaac Oda Bisani. Man, I hate these.
Just say their first names. You don't have to say the last name.
Also true. And Dion Trua says the twins creep me out. Oh, okay. All right there.
We don't need another set of. Never mind.
You always need another set of twins.
Stop twin discriminating.
Absolutely. AEW news: a concert date for Chris Jericho's band Fozzy has been canceled after Jericho was hospitalized with a treatable health issue. We want to send our thoughts and condolences to Chris Jericho. It was the Sin City Swansea who reported they made a message saying Chris was checked into the hospital by doctors with a non-COVID related treatable health issue. Regrettably, the show on Friday in Swansea is canceled and all tickets will be refunded. So hopefully he's back on the road and can continue the UK tour for Fozzy.
Yes, I saw Jericho tweet earlier. He's back on the streets. He's good now.
Nice. Sammy Guevara recently took part of a live stream Q&A with Alan Five Angels of the Dark Order and said that Top Dollar will never be a part of AEW after a fan asked about the former Hit Row member. And of course, this is due to Sneakergate and other comments Top Dollar has said about AEW stars on social media. Yeah. AEW announced that their Revolution pay-per-view will happen on March 6th in Orlando, Florida at the Additional Financial Arena. The venue will hold 3 events, including Rampage March 4th, a Fan Fest on March 5th, and then the pay-per-view. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that AEW wanted the Amway Center, but were unable to secure the venue for all 3 days. The decision was made that it would be more cost-effective to run them all in the same building. However, the Additional Financial Arena only holds around 6,500 fans, far less than Amway Center. It is believed that the show will sell out in a high secondary market ticket price. Tickets go on sale on December 17th. And then finally, the lineup for this Wednesday's Winter is Coming Dynamite episode: AEW World Champion Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson. You also got Dynamite Diamond Ring Finals, MJF versus Dante Martin. Absolutely. Serena Deeb going one-on-one with Hikaru Shida, part 3 of their series here. I can't wait for that one. And Matt Sydal goes one-on-one with Wardlow. You guys looking forward to Winter is Coming?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have a watch along for that.
Absolutely, right here at True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified. Impact news: Lady Frost has officially signed with Impact Wrestling. I want to say congratulations to her after a big win before the Impact. New Japan Pro Wrestling news: Best of the Super Juniors 28 tournament will conclude tomorrow morning. In the lead and in the finals, it's going to be Hiromu Takahashi going one-on-one with Yo of the former member of Roppongi 3K. Yo defeated Sho this morning on the final night of block competition, while Hiromu Takahashi has the tiebreaker against IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion El Desperado. And then over on the World Tag League side, Dangerous Tech is going to be Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi going up against Tetsuya Naito and Sonata in the finals of the World Tag League. So good stuff from New Japan there. and New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced that Stardom will once again be a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling's annual Tokyo Dome event with a match set for night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom 16. And it's the 5th time that Stardom has been a part of New Japan events in the recent years. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that New Japan will run full Kurgan Hall shows at full capacity starting January 29th. So it seems like things are opening up pandemic-wise for Japan finally. And then final note, Switchblade Jay White called out Adam Cole to end the New Japan Strong Nemesis taping. Krssi, would you like to see Switchblade versus Adam Cole?
Of course. Let me see it. Send me the link so I can see it.
2022, possibly. Let's go. Let's get
Is there
it.
a reason for that? A specific reason why you called him out?
I don't know, but he's been doing this off and on the last couple of months, whether it be the Elite, whether it be Adam Cole, whether it be CM Punk. So maybe in 2022 we could see some more crossover between AEW and New Japan. Our final news notes: NWA began taping its new series NWA USA in Atlanta, Georgia last week. PW Insider had some details. The new NWA USA show will stream weekly on YouTube starting January 8th, 2022. More wrestling on January 8th, 2022. God damn it. Sheesh. Additionally, the first NWA pay-per-view event for 2022 will reportedly be the Crockett Cup. While NWA did film the first episodes for the new USA show, PW Insider noted that the promotion has no plans right now to return to Atlanta, where they taped it due to restrictions on fan attendance. And PW Insider reports that the OGK, the current ROH World Tag Team Champions, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, appearing in NWA, was originally planned to advance before the announcement of ROH upcoming hiatus. The idea was to put them in a program with the British Invasion, Nick Aldis and Doug Williams, that would have had both teams moving between NWA and ROH. So ROH was making deals with NWA and GCW before they even thought about the hiatus. And due to the current iteration of ROH ending, NWA president Billy Corgan decided to bring OGK back into the company. Bandito, speaking of ROH, is out of his scheduled ROH World Championship defense at Final Battle after testing positive for COVID-19. ROH announced on Thursday that the ROH star tested positive and won't be present at this weekend show, and he was scheduled to verse Jonathan Gresham on the pay-per-view. ROH has announced that they will have a status on the ROH World Championship on the pay-per-view, on the pre-show before the live telecast. And then finally, Fightful Select reports that one AEW source indicated they believe AEW was sending multiple people besides Jay Lethal, who will be replacing Bandito in the main event of Final Battle, though that has not been confirmed yet. However, Fightful did learn that Impact Wrestling was allowing at least one significant talent from their roster signed to a long-term deal to appear this weekend as well. So some exciting stuff coming up for ROH Final Battle. We're going to do the preview and predictions coming up. A couple of comments I want to highlight here. We got Nick Jackson saying, "Kill Steen, kill." We got Frantic World saying, "KO is about to run out the WWE door." Josh says, "Drunk guy begs to differ, SP3. I don't know about what. I must have missed that one. Frantic World says, "Vince is the Suge Knight of WWE." That sounds good to me.
The Suge Knight, wow. That's a good one, friend.
Bill's Mafia says AJ's Ferrari in 2023 as Vincenzo Gucci. Absolutely. Dion Drew says the Twins creep him out. We also got Frantic World saying the LIL program is good, but Raw, SmackDown, NXT are going to be rough to watch in the next couple of years. Might be right. Bill's Mafia SCF says SV3 kills me with his pronouncing names. Yes, I hate pronouncing names. It was one of my pet peeves with school. R. Williams says Goldberg's contract needs to rest in peace. It will be renewed, I am pretty sure.
He wants to see Goldberg take her one more time. It sounds like.
There you go. Frantic World says, "I can't wait to see the GOD in AEW." And Frantic World says also AEW and Impact are sending wrestlers to help ROH have the best pay-per-view tonight. Yes. And yes, ROH Final Battle 2021, the end of an era, is tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can join us here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel for our live watch-along. Romeo, will you be there?
Absolutely.
Ness will be there. Stat King, after hearing the news of AEW and Impact talent is going to be there, he's thinking about joining, so it's going to be a good time. I might show up. I might show up for one match.
Escudero of Dirt Sheet Radio will join us.
Oh, awesome! John Escudero of Dirt
Jay
Sheet
Lethal's
Radio.
still there. He's been he's on both doors, huh?
Yeah, AEW allowed him to be on the show.
Nice. That's
which he should have been on the whole time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got on the pre-show, they're going to do a 10-man wild card tag team matchup. But on the main show, you got a 6-woman Woman of Honor matchup is going to be Chelsea Green and the Hex of Allison Kay and Marty Bell, the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions, versus Miranda Alizé and the Allure. I'm going with Chelsea Green and the Hex. I think this is more of that NWA ROH mixing together there, but Chelsea Green's been doing good work. I think she deserves the victory here. Who do you got, Krssi Luv?
I put back the girls. I'll put that feed back up again. I was
Chelsea,
looking at all the other
left corner, left bottom corner.
I know. I see it.
Who you got?
These are good looking girls. I have to agree the Hex and
Yes,
Green
indeed.
for sure.
I
love the name Allure and Alizé. Alizé.
Allure and Alizé.
Alizé Jenkins.
Sounds like a fashion line. You agree, Romeo?
Agreed.
Next one, you got a little exhibition match.
That's the crown he has on his head. That's a nice crown.
There you go. Got a special challenge match. You're gonna see Brody. You're gonna see a six-man special challenge match. It's gonna be Homicide, Brody King, and Tony Deppen of Violence Unlimited versus Tracy Williams, Tyler Russ, and Eli Isom. Who you got in this one, Romeo?
Violence Unlimited, mostly because I don't even know who the other guys are.
To be fair,
I like that name, Violence Unlimited.
Russ Tyler was on your show. He was on your show.
Tyler Ross. I still don't know who he is.
Who you got?
Keeping it real,
Krssi?
people. He's keeping it real.
Who you got, Krssi?
I love that name, Violence Unlimited. That is a great name. So I'm going with them.
Yeah, I was like, I guess you're going with them. We got also up on this graphic here, you got the 6-man tag team titles is on the line. It's going to be Shane Taylor Promotions versus the Righteous of Vincent Bateman and Dutch. Who you got in this one? Who walks out the final 6-man tag team champions of this era here? I will go first, and I will go with Shane Taylor Promotions. Who you got, Krssi?
I was going to say the same thing. Even though I like the Righteous, I like their look. I like that crown he has on. That's a great crown, Xavier. But yeah, Shane Taylor Promotions.
Who you got, Romeo?
Unanimous.
Shane Taylor Promotions all the way. And then ROH Women's Championship is on the line. It's going to be Roxy defending against Willow Nightingale. Just Willow in ROH. She's picked up big victories in triple threat matches, and including a victory over Trisha Dora to become the #1 contender for Roxy. Roxy is only 19 years old, the youngest champion in professional wrestling right now.
It looks like she's 12.
Who walks out the final ROH Women's champion? Who you got here, Krssi?
Ooh, I want to go with Willow, but yeah, I'm gonna go Willow. Whatever.
I'll go with Willow.
Yeah,
Romeo.
I'm going Willow.
Let's go Roxy. The ROH Women's Championship. We barely knew you.
Barely knew you, but I think Roxy is a good prospect and someone they can build behind, even if in the new era. So I think that she holds on to the title here. And a special challenge match is going to be former ROH TV champion Dragon Lee going one-on-one with Ray Horace. I am going to go with Dragon Lee picking up the victory here. Who do you got in this one, Romeo?
Agreed, Dragon Lee.
Krssi?
Dragon Lee.
All around Dragon Lee. Fight without honor is going to be Shane Taylor going one-on-one with Kenny King. These men used to be friends until Kenny King let his affiliation with LFI get in the way, costing Shane Taylor the ROH World Championship. Back at the 12th anniversary show in March of this year, these two men have been feuding. Their two factions been feuding all these months later. And finally, this is their first big one-on-one matchup. Fight without honor, no disqualification, no count-out, must be a winner. Romeo, who you got?
Let's go with Shane Taylor.
Yep. It's a night for Shane Taylor Promotions, peeps.
Shane Taylor all across the board, even though I was reminded that Kenny King was on one of my favorite Nickelodeon sitcoms of all time, My Brother and Me.
No way, really?
Yes, he was. He was the kid that had the Good Dr. Money haircut. He was the one that showed his hair. Good Dr. Money. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh
We are blowing minds on this episode of True Hill.
What is happening right now? Like, what?
ROH TV Championship is on the line in a four-corner survival. Dalton Castle versus Rhett Titus versus Silas Young versus Joe Henry. Joe Henry making his return to Ring of Honor for the first time since the pandemic. He's been stuck in the UK. Dalton Castle just defeated Dragon Lee to become the new Ring of Honor television champion, and now he defends it against a couple of good challengers here. So who do you got walking out as the final ROH TV champion of this era? Krssi Luv.
Wait, go back again.
Dalton Castle, Rhett Titus, Silas Young, and Joe Henry.
Joe Henry.
Joe Henry. You're going with Joe Henry? Makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm going with Joe Henry.
Who you got here?
Silence.
Who you got here, Romeo?
I will go with Castle retaining, and SP. What do you see Dalton Castle doing in his future?
He's a talent that has been talked about, going to a major promotion. He's a guy that WWE has looked at in the past, but I feel like he's had too many injuries where, he's just not the same performer he was back in, say, like 2016, 2017. So I think that's one of the major issues that he's had and that stopped him from getting like a big time, basically. Pure Championship is on the line. My bad, I forgot to pick mine. I'm going with Dalton Castle. Romeo, did you choose?
Yes.
Okay. Pure Championship is on the line. You got Josh the Goods Woods defending against Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson has been one of the best talkers for ROH, but he's gotten himself into the Pure division to prove that he can really wrestle, and he will be versing the champion who defeated Jonathan Gresham, the longest reigning Pure champion, to become the new champion. Who you got here? Who walks out with the Pure title out of Ring of Honor? Krssi?
Say their last names again.
Woods versus Johnson. Josh Woods versus Brian Johnson.
I'll go with Woods for the win, friend.
I'm going to agree with you and go with Josh Woods. Who you got, Romeo?
Agreed, Woods.
ROH World Tag Team titles is on the line. Billed as one half of the double main event is going to be the OGK of Matt Taven and Mike Bennett versus the Briscoes. Of course, the OGK defeated LFI back at Honor for All to become the ROH World Tag Team champions for the second time, regaining it for the first time in well over 5 years. And they versed the most decorated and greatest ROH World Tag Team champions of all time, the Briscoes, 11-time ROH World Tag Team champions. ROH did a great vignette building up this matchup, building up the importance of the Briscoes to Ring of Honor and how important it is to them to be the final Ring of Honor Tag Team champions of this era. Who do you got here, Briscoes or OGK, Romeo?
Yeah, I think that's the way to go out, is the Briscoes winning one more time. 12 times.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You agree, Krssi?
Briscoes for the win. They look crazy too.
Briscoes,
they are crazy.
Briscoes need all the gold. GCW World Tag Team champions, ROH World Tag Team champions. They are the Ultimo Dragon of the tag team division. I need them to go on a belt collecting storm. And then finally, Jonathan Gresham will go one-on-one with Jay Lethal. We don't know if this matchup will be for the Ring of Honor World Championship, but plenty of story behind this one. These two men started off as tag team partners, with Lethal taking Gresham under his wing, but Gresham proved himself as one of the best technical wrestlers and wanted to prove himself against Lethal. He lost in challenges to Lethal for the ROH World Championship, but eventually beat Lethal after he lost the title in one-on-one competition. The two men then created a partnership from there where they won the World Tag Team titles at Final Battle 2019 and created the foundation following the Pure Championship tournament that Jonathan Gresham won. And the foundation has been running high in Ring of Honor for the past couple of months with the Pure title, with the tag team titles. But Jay Lethal, as of late, has been showing signs of dissent from the foundation after a video circulated that he said, "I don't even like the foundation." And the members have been treating him like an outcast ever since then. And that led to Jay Lethal signing with AEW and leaving the company. But now he is back at Final Battle to finally settle the score with one of his dear friends, Gresham, Lethal. Who wins here? Romeo.
I got Gresham winning, and I think it'll be at least for like an interim championship, maybe a second ROH world title. And then you could do Gresham Bandito when you come back in March or whenever they're coming back.
If they want to be real smooth with it, give us the old school Ring of Honor, the original Ring of Honor title as the interim title.
That'd be interesting.
Okay.
I think
got a little Okada twist to it.
Absolutely. I'm going to go with Gresham for the victory. I want the Gresham to Bandito. I thought that would have been a match of the year candidate. Just the two different styles, technical wrestling expert versus one of the best high flyers. But unfortunately, we won't get that match till probably Supercard of Honor next year. So I want Gresham to win here to set that up. Who do you got, Krssi?
I'm going with Gresham for the win. Jay Lethal, he's already on Elite, so I don't see him, winning. He'll probably just like do a good match and then leave again. If the door just stays open or cracked, he can come back. But Gresham for the win.
Absolutely. We got Alan Weinstein saying, "I will be there for the watch along." Yes, he said he will be there. Nice. Marcus8915 says, "I will be there for the watch along." Bunch of love for the watch along for you, Romeo. We got Bill's Mafia STF saying STP all day. Bring them to AEW. I agree with you there. Alan Weinstein saying Willow with the win. We also got DV saying help indie wrestling. And yes, I totally agree with you. That's why we promote Warrior Wrestling on here. We promoted Mission Pro Wrestling, Battle Club Pro. There's a GCW we talk about a lot, PWG as well. So we definitely support independent wrestling. So I definitely agree with you. And support Black wrestling as well, because they draw. It does draw.
Please.
Marcus8915 says Kenny King is another name that didn't win Tough Enough that has had a good wrestling career. Yeah, Tough Enough, another reality show he's been on. And our producer says The Bachelor and Bachelorette, I think. So
yeah, and they said
HOG is tonight as well, our producer says as well. So plenty of wrestling to go along. Frantic World says Shane Taylor said that whoever is AEW Trio Championship would be paper champions until they beat STP. Gotta agree there. You My Boy Blue says, "I never knew that. My brother and me I used to love my brother and me." Yes. Absolutely. Hendray, SP3. Hendray. He's giving me pronunciation advice. Thank you, Bills Mafia. I appreciate that. And then Nick Jackson saying Castle to retain and Josh Woods to walk out pure champion. But that brings us to a close on this edition of True Hill Heat for our ROH Final Battle 2021 preview. You can order the pay-per-view, like I said, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It will go live on Fight TV and Honor Club, so it's available. End of an era. I am looking forward to see how ROH wrap things up. How about you guys?
Yes.
Let's all watch together.
All watch together right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We might start a little bit earlier for the watch along. Get you guys ready. Get you guys moving toward before we watch ROH Final Battle 2021 watch along. Join Romeo, join Ness, join the gang right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. And join me back here tomorrow, 12:05 p.m. Eastern time. AE Ramble episode 20, the big 2-0 with myself and Jimmy Macaram reviewing AEW Dynamite from Long Island, as well as AEW Rampage with the debut of Hook. Hooker, stand up! I will be going wild right here on the YouTube channel tomorrow, 12:05 p.m. Eastern time. So join me live.
Now I'm hot, Romeo.
As I will make Jimmy Macaram admit he loves Hook. I want to thank Romeo, Miss Krssi Luv, for joining me on this edition. Miss Krssi Luv, tell the fine people where they can find you on social media. Man.
Well, you can find me every Saturday at 11:05 with my good brothers as we do True Hill Heat, our weekly show, the platform of our big network we would say. I am on some watch-alongs. SP and I, we do Dark Side of the Ring when that comes back. I'm on some roundtables sometimes if I'm free. Other than that, you can find me on IG, Twitter, and on Facebook. Oh, we was on Kenny Boland's show on Thursday, so go please watch that. We had a great time talking about TV and movies and things like that, and just was off the rails. But again, you can find me on IG, Twitter, and on Facebook. It's Krssi Luv Krssi Luv _1, or just Krssi Luv, or my name, which is Crystal Lynch.
Absolutely. Thank you as always, Miss Krssi Luv. You always make us laugh on these episodes. And Romeo, where can the people find you?
Fuck out of my face. Jeez, back up. You can follow me, True Hill Romeo, Twitter and Instagram, right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. After Raw, Rated Raw Superstars, after NXT, NX3, watch alongs, Dynamite, we will have it for winter is coming. And tonight, ROH Final Battle, and maybe we will even watch a little UFC also when Final Battle is over.
Oh, yeah, UFC is tonight, right?
Yes, UFC 269. If you're a fan of mixed martial arts, we can watch that too. I'll be watching both at the same time, guaranteed.
There you go. All the things you want to watch along, Romeo is here for you for. You can follow
me. He does some boxing too sometimes, you know.
He does. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. A bunch of my written work is up on WrestleTalk.com. I did the 5 best ROH matches of the pandemic era. That's on WrestleTalk.com right now. Sportskeeda Wrestling has a Sportskeeda.com has a bunch of my written work as well. A bunch more will go up over the weekend, so you'll see some more up there. And of course, you'll find me on the YouTube channels, Wrestling Daily YouTube channel, 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern time, Monday and Wednesday. Monday with Sat E Nyang Yi on Mocha Mondays, and Wednesday with the original OG of Wrestling Daily, Alex McCarthy. Join us Monday. We have an announcement to make about the show, so join us on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And Sportskeeda Wrestling YouTube channel, you can see my interviews over there with Jeff Hardy, King Woods, and others, as well as join me every Friday on Smack Talk with Rick Ucchino and Dutch Mantel. And if you want to become a big supporter of True Hill Heat, go to patreon.com/True Hill Heat. Become a $3 a month backer for exclusive content, for the True Hill Heat post show, for True Rewind extras, for New Japan Pro Wrestling reviews, as well as our polls for the 5th annual True Hill Heat year-end awards, which will go live right here next Saturday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern time. Myself, Miss Krssi Luv. Romeo, will you be there if you don't get sick again?
First of all, too soon, and second of all, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be backstage. I'll pop in. I got another question for you. Peeling back the curtain, do you want to do something for the Patreon? Would you like to watch that AAA ladder match with me?
I'm down. I'm down with that.
Let's figure out when we do.
We'll do that for the Patreon. So even more content coming to you on the Patreon. We still have to do our watch alongs for Ruthless Aggression as well. So we'll be starting those as well. So you'll see these 3 faces up on there on the patreon.com for sure. So thank you all for joining us. Remember to drop a thumbs up on the video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you are new, and hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content right here on True Hill Heat, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Once again, thank you to Romeo for joining us. Thank you to the beautiful, the lovely Miss Krssi Luv. You guys have been awesome in the live chat. Great show from you all. Great comments all along. A couple of extra ones here. You got Nick Jackson with a great show as usual, guys. Y'all have a good one. Hope you have a good one as well. Frantic World, great live stream, guys. See you later on for the ROH live stream. Bills Mafia saying great show, guys. Thank you, Bills Mafia. And Marcus8915 says great show as always. See y'all later for Final Battle. And Deontrua says bye. Great show. Thank you all. You guys have been amazing.
Bye, guys.
We appreciate Saturday. You all. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're watching on demand. And for Romeo, for Miss Krssi Luv, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been True Hill Heat 155. From war to battle to hunk. We are signing off until next time.
I think you lost a vocal cord there.